Okay, hello stream. Howdy doody. One of our healers is sick, Rasta, so I'm gonna be in tonight. I am normally probably gonna be benched for this fight and Queen, but he's sick, so we'll be in tonight. So we'll get some experience, get some progression. Should be fun. Be doing Silken Court tonight. Get into Discord here.
I don't.
Wait, what's wrong with that stuff?
He's being silent though.
He said he was sick of your shit.
Yes.
Holy shit.
I was
Backwards.
sick today, posted, and then he took a bunch of naps, but he's still not feeling good.
Oh no.
It happens.
Okay. Once everybody is in Discord, I am going to stream and we'll walk through the raid plan and the video so everybody can know what it looks like.
Yeah.
Convincing.
It's too consistent.
Yo, why can I not bound here?
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, dude, I need to get on my credit card sore.
Exactly.
Imagine if the new Buddhasaur you can just mount anywhere.
Yeah,
They can just charge double for that, you know?
I'm waiting for the $100 mount that has a fucking crafting table and a crafting order.
Please
NPC
stop.
on it.
Nah, that's
Quit
gonna be
listening,
like 300, man.
Please don't give them any more ideas. It's cringe.
Who needs a functioning patch where you can just print money?
I mean,
I'm
They should
waiting
just
for
get
a personal Hearthstone that's on the store that takes you to your own portal room, so you never have to go to any of the cities. You just go into that. And there's a portal everywhere.
The mount just takes you to your garrison.
Why can't I just fast travel on the map?
You can, but it's on a per charge basis. You only have 3 charges that are
They
free.
have that in Final Fantasy, but you pay like currency, don't you?
Gil or whatever. Yeah.
I requested off you, Logan. Didn't respond.
Yo, Oath.
You can do it off of me if you want. I can get you.
Do I play Temple Strikes, dude?
give it a try.
Yeah.
You're fucking
It's
cooked. You're
I'm-
actually cooked.
I'm
By the way,
not, dude.
PI on this fight is for the True Affliction Warlocks. It's not for the Assassination Rogue.
I don't, like, no joke, like, Templar Strike sims better in single target, too.
Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me.
I'm gonna see how it feels, and then most likely change, because I
I
don't
mean, is
like
that
it.
because they nuked like the Holy Power generation with the talent changes? Or what?
I'm
Man, I know you lost 4%
I don't know.
haste, but
It could be part of that. Like, it's like almost 30k more DPS single target.
This isn't single target though. You're hitting Divine Storm too much. Forehead.
I'm just talking about in single target, it's 30k. I think it's probably more in AoE. Some people were I mean, granted, their gear's a little different and stuff, but like in like dungeon slice sims, which are fine enough for it. I was seeing like 50 or 60k higher than like the equivalent Crusading Strikes builds.
So we have new
Could be
web
bait,
teams.
but
They are going to be Otterboy and Sidone, Moogie and Barry, and Zucchini and Jim Chad.
Yeah, you can send me on this one.
Yeah, no problem.
I will go play Dave the Diver.
Okay.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
I am streaming. Everybody, please join in. We're gonna walk through the video and the raid plan on P1. So we are, like Mugi mentioned, we're doing a little bit different strat than the Dratnos / Echo one. We're gonna do the Liquid / the one that the vast majority of guilds use. The reason that we're switching to this one is because there's less movement and we don't have scarabs and people out in the middle of the encounter, and everybody is kind of grouped together. And you don't have an issue where people have to, all the orbs are on the sides that they're supposed to. There's a that makes P1 a little bit easier and more consistent. So this is from a POV of a Serb Hunter, and I don't know how many people's in here, but hopefully everybody's hopping on and going to play. So the start, everybody go into your group, get the buff, and hit the boss, right? So the first thing that's going to happen is there's going to be a blue frontal. So this first frontal from the big dude, from the fat dude, is going to go where blue is. So blue needs to make sure you're kind of standing close to each other, bait the frontal, and then move out of the frontal and don't get hit. The next mechanic that people are going to get is going to be the webs. So the way that the webs work is that it's going to pick the 6 ranged players in the red group every single time. And what we're going to do is that we're going to drop 3 of them in between these two bosses, right? And then the other 3 in a corner on where Skull is. So Otter and the 2 evokers are going to drop these 3 in between the 2 bosses. Joyous, Dan, and Gala, we're going to stack on Skull and drop ours on Skull. Okay, basically just in a corner.
And I
Then, sorry, go ahead.
just real quick for Otter, Zucchini, and myself, the timing is once the frontal ends, we need to move into place immediately.
Correct. This is immediately after the frontal. Then what the 3 melee partners are going to do, which is Jim, Sidon, and Barry, when this swirly appears, you're going to move effectively into the swirly as it's dropping. So you see the hunter kind of moving in here, right? And what that's going to allow to do is once the web thing drops, there will be 2 people in its circle, including the ranged player that is standing in the center. That will immediately create 3 links. And that's what it looks like. See? Immediately 3 links. This evoker is linked with somebody, this evoker is linked with somebody, and this evoker is linked with somebody. The way that they have it, they did it with 3 evokers. This would normally be Dasta, but since Dasta is not here, we're using Otter as the 6 ranged in that group.
Am I going to keep this job, or is he going to get it when?
I think it's easier just for you to keep it.
Okay.
You may just keep it, yeah. That way he doesn't have to relearn, and you don't have to relearn the movement.
Yeah, that's fine.
At the same time, everybody is going to get this poison ray, right? So do not stack these things. Just use common sense. If you're ranged, back out a little bit. If you're melee, don't be stupid and stack on other people, because if you get hit in somebody else's circle, you're going to drop 2 orbs instead of 1. That's going to make it very difficult for the other team to soak. Right? This is going to drop, and then we're going to drop a ton of orbs. So once a ton of orbs drop, everybody is going to then have to rotate to the other side. Right? So the way that they have it here is the red team is going along the wall, and then the blue team is going around the middle side. This is also known as counterclockwise. Should refer to Mugi's map, right? It's very important for the 3 pairs
For our,
to not break
digital
their webs.
clock
The
reading
links.
zoomers.
You're going to keep this link this whole time. Everybody moves around. Soak the opposite color. Remember, you can soak up to 3 times.
2.
Two.
Third,
You can
third
soak
kills
up to
you.
3 times.
Oh, is it
they
nerfed now?
It
Okay.
used to be 2. Now you can soak up to 3. But if you're going to soak 3, pop something. Because for each orb you soak, you will do more damage. If you soak a 4th, you will die instantly.
Crazy.
Okay?
You will do more damage. You're just gonna take more damage.
Sorry, you
No,
take
just
more
think you're gonna do more damage, so you want to soak up to 3.
Yeah, you also think of this as exactly. Sorry.
It's a plus.
This is like the Tindrill's Thief, right? You got to get all of them, but you can't run. One person can't run over everything. Once these things are soaked, the charge is gonna happen. So the red is gonna be on this side, and blue is gonna be on that side. However, the links, 3 people needs to go to the other side.
I want those to be the melee because they can keep moving while DPSing. I think.
Do we want that to be the melee? Yeah,
I think so.
Be...
I think that would be easiest for us, right? Because they can keep walking that way while doing their rotation, and then range can sort of
probably. I mean,
and
Otter can
adjust.
do the rotation wherever too. But the most we can try with melee, see how that works. So all the range is going to stay on the on this side, and then all the 3 melees can go to the blue side. The blue folks, you need to be very careful of the red folks coming through with these webs. Okay? The people with the links can stack on top of each other, but the blue team needs to give them room. Otherwise, you're going to murder them, and the webs will disappear. And then
you're never
Actually,
by the webs if you're not doing the webs.
Just thinking, we should actually make the range do it so we can stay a little further out, right? And
yeah, I think the range is probably better because then melee can stay over here and be a little bit safer. Although if they can't hit the boss, then maybe the melee rotating is better.
I mean, the range can angle and avoid the blue team,
but the range
rather
can
than
angle
forcing.
Better, right?
Right. We'll have to play off each other, but it might be better for range to do it so we can have a little more play.
We're going to form 3 lines, and here is the damage amp. So everybody, I don't know what other classes do. I know for Warlocks, this is where you send your first set of 2 minutes. This is a good time to send Mad Queens, all that fun stuff with the damage amp, right?
Yeah, everyone should be doing that, to be honest. I think, right?
Right. So red is on one side, blue. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say 1.5 minute classes want to not use it on this one because then they have it for the next one, and if you use it here, then you won't have it for the next one.
Okay, yeah,
so, like,
that
warriors, for
totally makes
example.
sense. Okay, so now we have all the red on one side and then all the blue on the other side. Again, we're going to go counterclockwise, which means blue will go along the wall and red will go towards the middle, and we're going to flip sides and soak everybody's orbs.
Yeah, if you're getting the opposite color, like 2 to 3 each, you don't go crazy for them. There's
Yep.
a decent timer on them. But they need to be soaked within
both,
5 to 10 seconds, kind of.
Yeah, both tanks are on the blue side, so tanks, feel free to soak a little bit extra because you guys are in the least amount of danger. Red side, we don't have any tanks, so try not to soak too many, but still get all of it. Okay, then we're gonna hit the boss for a little bit. At this point, the tall boss will teleport to one of 2 locations. There's 2 locations this tall guy can be. In this particular instance, the tall guy teleported over here, and then we just run over as a group.
Maybe by skull for us there.
Yeah, so this is going to be on skull side for this one. There's another location you can teleport to, but it's the same thing. You just everybody just kind of move over with a group.
We want red, no matter which side she goes to, red wants to be towards the wall.
Correct. So now red is going to be on the wall, blue is going to be towards the middle, right? Hit the boss, not much is happening. Scarabs. Oh, so one thing about the scarabs.
Yeah, insta grips. We have
grip them. We have 3
DKs,
DKs, right? So make sure you're watching out to grip those. Those things hurt a lot. So
Insta grip into like a big stun. They need to just be under boss, not moving. And then once they're stunned, slowed everything, not moving away from the boss. So we can just So just feel it out, the 3 DKs, which one you're gonna maybe do each time, right? When we get that, I think you have the single grip each time for him, maybe not. I'm not sure.
So this is the second web drop. So what's going to happen here is the same. So the double evokers plus otter are going to drop, well, right here, kind of around the boss. The melee will do the same thing. You walk in when the thing's about to drop. The locks and the priest, we're going to do something a little bit different. So instead of being off to an edge, we're going to be in the middle of the room. And what we're going to do is we're going to pop our web ourselves with no one else in there. So all you got to do, you see where this priest is up here, there's a warlock over here. When the thing drops on you, just stand in the middle. And because no one is in this circle, the web will just go away by itself because you won't create any links. So you see that, Gala, Dan, I don't know if you saw that, but the 3 of us, we're just going to be in the middle over there, not in each other's circles, obviously, and we're just going to soak our own thing. And we got the web teams, we're going to rotate.
Speak too soon,
Still
but
counterclockwise.
this fight seemed very, I don't know,
Remember, in
unfairly
this section,
easy
the
for
blue guys
Mistweaver,
can stack on
because
top of each other.
you're melee healer, you don't
You
have
see
to do
the
any
two
of this stuff.
mages
I'm
are
just
by themselves.
attacking and healing.
All the melee obviously are kind of stacked on top of each other.
So, famous last words
to
before
hit the boss, right?
fail repeatedly.
So you can stack on top of each other here. The only times where you need to spread is when the acid rain mechanic comes out. And this is the second stun. Go do more damage. Again, tonight, don't worry too much about damage optimization. This is really about seeing as deep into the fight as possible. And now, P1 is basically over. The boss is
What
going
is
to
the
the middle.
trigger for the rotation?
Yeah, our
Like
goal
for
here
me
is
and
we want to
Amugi-
get like 3 or 5 of these pulls tonight where we practice this intermission. That's like the goal. We need at least like 3 or 5.
Sorry, Barry, what is your question?
So like for me and Amugi, it's pretty obvious because we have to walk into web, so like we're already going to be moving. But for anyone else that's not doing a mechanic there, what is the trigger there for them to start moving counterclockwise? That way the web people have space to move because it's going to be a pretty fluid motion.
Acid rain drops and you start moving.
Yeah, exactly. So acid rain drops, you need to be on the correct side, and as soon as it drops, you can start rotating. Yeah.
Perfect.
Evokers can even rescue people across like really quickly, if need be. But soon as your orb drops, just rotate. Remember, you can, yeah, exactly. And then we get into this intermission. Everybody's kind of together. There's going to be one group. You're just basically going to be on opposite sides for this intermission to start. And the way that the intermission is going to work is we're also going to rotate, again, counterclockwise, but we're going to soak each other's orbs. Kind of, I guess. I guess they're switching.
It's clockwise, and then on the second orb drop, then you swap from there on out.
Yeah, you move, drop, move
okay.
back, drop, move back,
Okay.
drop.
Are we going to have the raid marker at the edge of the pie slice so we know exactly? Is that going to be pre-placed?
The red blue here in the middle?
Yeah.
I think we will eventually get there, yes. Right now we even need to get to this point.
And that's the intermission. So during the intermission, the 2 mages and the 2 locks are kind of doing their own thing way in the back, soaking each other's orbs. They're way in the back. So you see this mage over here that's on the right side of the screen. There's a warlock with him that's just soaking each other's orbs. And basically they're doing the Kai'Veza thing. We're just moving between the two slices. This is more to keep uptime because having a bunch of casters trying to chase the circle around the clock means you're doing like 0 damage. But we can figure that out once we get into the intermission. Because worst case scenario, the mages and the locks and just go with their respective groups, and you just run around. But the reason they have the locks and the mages kind of do their own thing is for damage optimization during the intermission. Okay. I'm gonna go look at the raid plan that Imugi put together too, which is just a graphical representation of what we just watched. But before I do that, any questions? Especially from the web teams.
This intermission is, we're going to do what's in this video, right? Where you rotate like halfway, soak, and then bounce back, go the other way.
Correct.
Okay.
Is there a reason why they go clockwise, then counterclockwise? Is there like not a way to just keep going one way?
I think the webs are predetermined.
You know, it's just like get good web pattern then or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just you move clockwise, you move counterclockwise for the first set, and then you go back clockwise and drop the second orbs, and then from there on out it's counterclockwise until the end.
I also think for potions, you potion like right earlier, right? Like one of the first, second damage amps, and then you have it for the lust at the end.
Yeah, so in terms of potion and CD usage, lust happens at like
Gotta check what group
around
I'm
the
in.
8 minute mark, right?
Pretty
so
sure
for casters,
I'm blue.
So everybody needs to make sure the potion is up because that's a double damage amp phase, where both bosses are taking extra damage. For casters, obviously make sure to plan your Spy Masters accordingly. You will get to use it once before the 8 minute mark, and then make sure you have a full 40 stack going into that last lust phase.
Yeah, because this is the kind of fight where like all the air is gonna be to that point, and honestly, the first time that everyone's alive really clean, and we do that lust and blast it real good, it's gonna die.
Yeah,
More
the
than
boss
like
is gonna be
70% chance we kill it on that first time, as long as we don't do anything stupid for like 30 seconds after that, basically.
The boss is gonna be at like 30%
We'll go from like
plus
30 to like 10, yeah.
Going into that, and then you'll basically die because enrage happens immediately afterwards. But it's a huge burn because it's double damage amp on both bosses with lust, and everybody sees.
Yeah, it really does go from like 30 to 10 in like 20 seconds or so.
Yeah. So,
as far as webs, what was it, Otter and Sidon, I think, are the closest to the wall?
Yeah, we'll just do
Okay,
that.
let's
We'll do Otter and Sidon are close to the wall, then me and you in the middle, and
Middle.
Zucchini and Jim will be on the side.
And
Or
then
towards the middle.
What are we going to do for the first couple of pulls till we figure out how it feels with regards to melee versus range moving through?
I think
to like the far side.
I think try to have. Why don't we do the range move through first? See how that feels. Also, melee. See if you can actually hit the boss while staying on that side. Because if you're like, oh, I can't even hit the boss, then the melee should rotate across. But okay, here's what a clock looks like. Okay. Here are the red and blue groups, so make sure you get in at the beginning. Obviously, no Dasta here today. This is going to be Rag. Wilson, you messaged me a question. Yes, just watch Tactics POV because that should you should be able to do exactly what he's doing.
Copy that. All right.
This is going to be the first drops, right? So Otter right now is closest to the wall. Imugi is in the middle. Zucchini is closest to the middle of the room. And then, so Gala, Joyce, and Dan, we can stack on top of each other. we can just stand on, like, as soon as you get your red buff, you can just move over to Skull and just stand there until this mechanic happens. We don't need to be spread out or anything. So once once the webs drops, right? So Otter is gonna link with Saito, Imugi with Barry, and then Zucchini with Jim. The Galadriels and Dan, you're gonna move off of Skull into the rest of Red Group, which is basically be the back of the Red cluster, and then you guys are gonna be linked. And then we're gonna rotate across, right? So this is where Red goes to closest to the wall, and Blue goes to where Red is. Everybody, both both teams are gonna soak each other's orbs, and once those orbs are soaked, we're gonna start making this line, right? And we're gonna rotate again because we're gonna have acid rain again. And once this movement is over, so this is where I was alluding to earlier. There's a couple spots where the thing can, the boss can move. So the one that we saw in the video, the boss went to the north side of the room, right? And but you can also go to the south side of the room. Regardless of what happens, Red needs to end up closer to the wall, and Blue needs to end up closer to where the center is.
Yeah. He's basically gonna be close to Skull, or he's gonna be like somewhere in between Blue and Diamond, I believe.
I think one of the positions is a little bit better because the movement is not as far. The other ones you have to move a little bit further, but it's like a 50-50 chance, and it's going to vary from pole to pole.
And the reason Red's by the wall is for the web rotation.
Yeah, exactly. So then this shows what happens if we go to the north side, right? So remember, this is where Otter, Imugi, and Zucchini are going to drop around the boss. Dan, Joyous, and Gala, we're going to be in the middle of the room, kind of by ourselves. Okay? And we're going to rotate around and create the second line. And once the second line happens, there will be a damage amp. We'll hit the boss for a little bit. Eventually, the boss is going to borrow, and intermission will start.
Same question with that one. Are we just going to have it consistent for the first couple? Just have ranged?
Yeah, we'll start with not like this picture. We'll just have ranged move through. So me, Otter, and Zucchini will move through, and you guys just chill after your first rotation.
Let's try that first. We may need to flip it because if the boss is going to end up being on this side, the melee still moves through, so they can hit the boss. Because the big dude is going to be kind of all the way across the room preparing the charge. So don't get too wed on which person is moving through. We need to flip it to
yeah, it's more just
uptime.
It being consistent, and then if we need to flip it, then we flip it.
Yeah, exactly. And then we're into the intermission.
I think we just try to get there right now.
Yeah, so I think the first thing is let's try to get the first set of soaks and the first set of webs. And then we'll move on to the second set. And if we get through that, we'll get into intermission.
We can drop Cauldron Feast and ready up, buff up everything.
Yo, for the intermission, do we have markers? Or because for the thing that Imugi did, we have X and blue, but I believe it is just for explaining purpose, because their markers are different.
I can probably move blue. The boss will when he goes that way, he'll probably... I can do this, I think.
Those are set in very specific spots.
Yeah, because they need
so we just have to see where the very first cones spawn, which one of them they are, and then put the markers there.
I can do this because my marker is circle, so like I can... You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
we'll want it to be blue and X for blue and X. But yeah, once we know what pie slice it is, we'll be able to mark them. I just don't know exactly which one it is yet.
Let me swap it. Hang on.
So remember, first web drops happen right after the frontal from the blue guy.
It's just random. What you just what you're saying? Like where the
Say that again?
It's gonna be random. You said like where the blue one will end up being.
No, it's just,
It's gonna be in a set spot. I just don't know which one it is yet.
Right.
So once you see the very first one, mark it with blue.
You want to mark it right on the edge of it.
You don't have
We
a
have
Vanus. Make sure you Vanus 2 there in the bank, I believe. And we need a feast and the cauldrons.
We have a hearty feast.
Yeah, he's, I think Donut has some.
Yeah.
We
Use these and don't use another for another hour. Save feast.
We can't drop potion cauldrons tonight. We need to replenish. Like, we're out of inspiration, and we only have like one each left.
That's fine.
if
We're not doing this to completion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. You can use your own potions or whatever. The damage tonight doesn't matter all that much. It's seeing as deep into this fight. Like what during World First Prog, Liquid literally had half of their group just die, and they 10-man the thing to the end. Just to see all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Everybody should have rank 2 potions so you can. They're like 80 gold each.
So are we not getting a flask cauldron either? Just to clarify.
No,
I don't think we have one unless Sat
I think
has one.
DOS has the one with flask cauldrons.
Just use rank 2s for tonight. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, pop a personal flask. And then during break, everybody can get on their brand new credit card stores, and you can buy more.
This one's for full.
Reminder: you need to be inside the circle, or you will die insta.
Make sure you're in the correct circle. If you're in the wrong circle, you will kill everybody in the other circle.
I will have your stuff.
Just gotta go. Get in.
Lives are forfeit.
Frontal.
Viscous detonation.
Celestial Conduit in 8th.
Alright, I got side down.
2, 1.
Okay, move. Rotating.
Invoke Yulon, the Jade Serpent in 8th.
Yeah, very.
I was rotating there. It was a web that didn't get rotated because one of them was misplaced. Right. I went to go soak the web, and then I saw that I was targeted. You guys already started moving.
So we want the frontal before we move or after we move?
The frontal is going to be the first mechanic that comes out, and he's always
at
going
like
to
10
be.
seconds, I think.
Yeah, it's always going to be.
A second frontal.
That could just happen in the fight.
Yeah. I was just wondering if, when we started rotating, do we want to rotate after or before the second frontal?
There was a second frontal?
I think so.
Kind of happens at the same time, actually, I think.
It's the blue frontal and the red frontal.
I think as soon as it's safe to rotate, we should be rotating.
Yeah, as soon as it drops, you should rotate, and then the red frontal should also be baited to the west side, basically.
So we're supposed to like move out of the frontal and then move back to that position.
Yeah, so the very first movement for blue group is that you're all going to be obviously hitting the boss. Then the frontal will come right through all of you.
Glad that
so
nobody
you can
studied
move
this.
out and kind
Like
of back.
You can
I felt
shift
super
towards the wall
unprepared.
if
I
you
prepped
want,
this
and then
evening,
so you're
and
not
I
dropping a bunch
still
of
feel
blue
more
orbs in the
prepared
middle
than
of the
some
room.
people.
If
So
you guys, 'cause-
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's frustrating.
I don't know, you gotta figure out that movement.
So the what Pop Top Corn Dog did is that they roared that first movement, and they went close to the wall and then back.
Yeah, because I didn't think I was going to be getting exposure on this boss till like December.
Your lives are forfeit!
Frontal.
Viscous detonation!
Celestial Conduit in A.
Drop first.
3, 2, 1.
Now we rotate.
Invoke
2 or 3.
Yulon, the Jade Serpent in A.
3, 2.
Range through.
That's one that takes him off.
Venomous sting!
Get out.
I rotate.
Rotate again.
Frontal.
And then we would move over towards Diamond Waves.
Rest Oral in A.
3, 2, 1.
If somebody dropped an orb back there, yeah, they were out of position. That means
Yeah, we
an
wanna
acid
drop
rain dropped on them.
In the correct close spot.
And I think it was mentioned, but again, any of the web partners, you guys are always unique, and you're always taking each other's. Oh wait, no, we swapped strats. That was Stratnos' strat. We're not right.
Yep, this one we're all red. So.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Ignore that.
This one eliminates that problem.
I saw that more as a solution than a problem, but so we're just gonna have further orbs out that we're gonna have to have blue account for, or the opposite. Yeah, blue. We'll need to account for those.
So can you where's the gate?
Like if
But
you
I'm-
watch Bansh's POV, like right where they drop it, I think it's like in the wall across to like over here. Like over there. I can, if you pull up the video, it's like the first 30 seconds.
Yeah,
I just
there's
see
a
they're
gate
using
as
a
well.
gate. So it might be helping like the priests get there, because they're kind of slow.
Okay,
Sorry, did
so
you?
they're
Did you? I guess we only have one more.
So blue.
Okay, they're gating from stall to where the rest of red is.
Okay.
Yeah, so we can.
So mobile players in blue group, it'd be best if we prioritize getting the orbs that are far out, more towards the middle of the room as we rotate. I can do that since my uptime doesn't matter as much. There's not much healing there yet.
Yeah, I'll rotate
5,
the first.
4,
or the first
3,
rotation.
2, 1.
I will have your stuff.
You in?
Your lives are forfeit!
Fatality!
Frontal.
Spread for venom.
Celestial Conduit in A.
3, 2.
Maybe rotate here, please. I think.
Invoke Yulon, the Jade Serpent in A.
Watch the double.
2,
Right.
1.
Fatality!
Just got killed by scarabs.
We gotta make sure we're in our thing so we don't die on the pool. I think maybe bait the frontal first. There's 2 seconds off there when we call rotate. So I don't know if you maybe where it goes or
Little
into
target
the
you
groups,
guys.
right?
It'll target you guys.
The first one will always target blue, so you should just go to the cluster of blue people.
Yeah, that first one after we drop, we just move.
So if the first one's always gonna go blue, should blue like all be like super up here since it's before the acid rain and bait it into the wall?
A little bit, yeah.
That's what the VOD shows, that they all start
you can
there.
Okay. Because right now the frontal's like going through, like right through the boss, and it's really hairy.
That's
Did-
what
how-
it looks like in the raid plan. The frontal is going right where it is in the raid plan.
Is somebody getting the wrong color or something? Because I feel like there's no way Jim doesn't get his buff, right?
Yeah, and we have to know that from pool 1. There can't be like wrong groups already.
Okay, if
I don't know,
you're
yeah,
if you're
so
in the
Dan
red
is into
group,
them.
if you're in the red group, stand on the red boss's side, and if you're in the blue group, go stand on the other side. We have the correct red people, which means we have the correct blue people. One thing to say.
That's kind of confusing.
So that's kind of
Hey,
confusing.
you guys collapsed with blue. People in red started moving too soon, and you touched blue players.
Maybe you like
That's
moved
6
out
seconds in. No way.
before the thing.
They either missed their thing maybe, or something weird happened. Just do it again.
Yeah, and so the mages, by the way, were actually any range in the blue group. So the way that the frontal works is that you pick a random person of the opposing color. So you can be anyone. It doesn't go with like the biggest cluster or anything. So make sure that you are playing with the melee. Otherwise, if you're like towards the middle, you could bait a frontal towards like the middle of the room. Just FYI. Same thing goes with the red group.
So maybe you're good, Jim.
Who's getting PI by that? Sort it out now.
Affliction Warlocks.
I asked earlier, and I said warlocks, so I'm giving it to warlocks.
You should definitely be the warlocks. Although I don't send CDs at the beginning, so
I don't think any.
5, 4,
I already have CDs set
3,
up.
2, 1.
I will have your scalp. Knives are forfeit.
We move to the back here.
Celestial Conduit in A.
3, 2, 1.
Rotate.
Invoke Yulon, the Jade Serpent in A.
3, 2, 1.
Trophy for my queen.
Scarab's probably killed one of them.
So easily.
I think side and I touched. He's blue. Right here.
Yeah.
Is the boss supposed to move that quickly for the charge? Or the frontal?
Yeah, I have to instantly taunt it over, so it's just his normal speed.
I need a second. I need to figure it out something. An aura.
And when we're rotating also, blue needs to make sure that they're nowhere near over here because the web folks are coming over. So blue's either got to be back up against the wall or fucked off over there somewhere. Because you're going to have 3 red.
Is that after we soak the first orbs?
Yeah, that's the first orb rotation. So y'all will be moving from your spot, soaking these orbs, and then you got to give us space for the 3 red people.
I don't know if it's just me, but it's a little awkward to hit fucking tall because half the beam is gonna be in his like right foot. He's gonna be on the edge. So if we were already on the other side as melee, we'd be able to still keep hitting.
Oh, like if you guys walked through?
Yeah, if we as melee, because we're over here and the beam is like pretty much.
Yeah, the beam is going down the middle.
Yeah.
If you
it's
guys
going down
want to
this
try
middle.
walking through this time just to see how it feels.
Yeah, it's just hard to keep the beam and also do the
Okay.
the fucking tether at that point.
So-
I don't know if it's
so-
just me though, so they gotta speak up too.
Barry, how are you able to hit the boss when you stay on the
I'm not the person to ask how I got range on all my shit.
Okay. Besides
Oh,
Barry,
okay.
I forget. He's still a range.
what about Jim?
Not really.
Not really. Okay, so we're the range are gonna stay on the orange side, and the melee will come through, so they can continue to hit the tall before it teleports away.
Okay.
And the big dude gets vulnerability.
You good, Evs?
No.
I'm gonna try to go through. Potter, you stay on this side. Unless you get a range feeling or something. In which case we're gonna switch around.
You lagging or something?
No, fixing auras.
So like,
It is very important. Sorry.
Yeah, no,
for,
no,
bl-
I just
for
wanted-
blue side, we definitely want to all be on either this side or this side of the boss before the first frontal, right?
The last one
'Cause-
felt good. Dodge left.
Yeah, it was still a little bit sketch, at least for like closer melee, but like right now sometimes it's getting baited right dead middle and then the boss will be inaccessible.
Do you want to
S-
go to the left of more?
So we're baiting to the right and then moving left to the wall out of the frontal. Is that what we're doing?
Do the other
I'm
way.
not- yeah, I
You
think
do the
so.
other
You
way
should
too.
bait by the
it's
wall. That
fine.
way you're constantly just going the same direction.
Just further running into a pole.
If you want to do it the exact way their bot does it, they start on orange, and then they all move to where the front is, where I am, and then they kind of spread out from there. Problem is we're kind of all over the place in terms of what we're doing right now with that part. That's why the bait's hard to avoid.
Okay, so let's just run in further at the start, bait against the wall more towards orange, and then just play it moving counterclockwise the entire fight.
What's the maneuver with the scarabs, brother? I'm getting my ass eaten, literally.
I'm just about done. Give me like 1 more minute. I didn't have stacks showing. It's crazy. Fucking atrocity, man.
Mine shy.
That's what
I don't know
happens
if I
when
know
you
the
use.
Sky or an atrocity though.
That's what happens when you use
Probably.
cuckold weak auras.
We're going when you're good.
Just about done. I just need to delete this.
Rag, there's a in like the Northern Sky one. There's like a default disable.
Okay, I will use that one. Thank you.
And Kai Vesa for Silken Court. If you want to try that as well after. Just like look at they start the fight and then bait the frontal.
Is the liquid weak core banned for this fight? Is there like a mechanic similar to on Brood, or are we allowed to use the liquid pack?
You're
I
allowed
don't
to
think
use
there's
the weak aura.
anything that'll fuck it up.
The only thing I can think maybe fucking it up is the dispel assignments.
5,
Who's
4,
getting chunky?
I'll have to fix it after this. I'm not
2,
seeing it.
1.
I will have your
Status.
In?
lives are forfeit!
Up against the wall.
Viscous detonation!
Celestial Conduit in A.
Good out.
3, 2, 1.
Be Zadson. Rotate.
Invoke Yulon, the Jade Serpent in A.
3, 2, 1.
Can't get this red one. This one back there needs to get blue.
Trophy for my queen. Toxic wound. Foul cretin.
Sidon, can you hit the
Whoever's dropping his far out red one, stop doing that. Just stop that now. They need to be close to like, think of it as like when we're rotating, right? Like blue goes to red, red goes
Rest
to
oral
blue,
in A.
the orbs need to be close to where the group came from.
It's also really important not to be stacked directly on another member of your party, because if you are and someone thinks that there's only one orb there and they walk over it going up to 3, they're gonna go slow.
They drop right after the rain anyway.
Fatality! Yeah. I just tried to soak one there and I put a few stacks.
Went too far.
Alright, I was fixing a weak core and I got rezzed right on the boss. My bad.
I have something kind of important. Does anybody have a video of like a blood DK doing like the 2 tank strat or whatever on this left? Because I have zero idea what I'm supposed to do with this boss on the start.
Siren, can you even hit the boss from where you're moving? Like you look like you had to get like dangerously
I tried to
close
find
where
like
it was.
15. Like I've literally seen like 10 videos with the like blood DKs in the other group, whatever.
Skinny was here. I asked Otter to stay here, and so I went over here to melee. And I was able to hit.
Okay. Cause you were tickling the blue group.
I still had enough room, I think.
Okay.
For now, Sat, the bosses need to stay kind of at orange, and when she teleports, the other bug needs to go to where she teleported.
Yeah, that's not what I mean. I'm literally like the first 20 seconds. Like I have zero idea what to do with the big boss because like I'm on the far left. You know what I mean? I'm like trying to bait the frontal, and I literally can't hit the boss.
I can.
Be on top of each other.
Every video I've seen like has like I tried looking up blood DK videos and like literally they're in the red group whatever. So I can't literally like I can't find a video with the BDK being like I just need someone to send me one so I know what to do.
Does it
Looks
bait
like
on
there
the
was
tanks?
one.
Are we 100% on that? I don't think it is. It baits on range.
What baits on the tank?
The frontals.
Don't get bait on anyone of a specific color.
The frontal baits on anybody with blue debuff. The web circles baits on specifically the 6 people, the 6 range in red.
So what I'm saying.
I don't know if that vid shows Set. If it is though, it looks like he's just fighting the tall bitch and then just taunts the other dude over when he needs to. Doesn't look like he moves or anything.
That's what I mean though, like I'm trying to taunt off the start, you know what I mean? And like aggro's ripped by the time the first like pink buster goes out and it's just killing someone every single time. So I have no idea what he's doing, you know what I mean?
I'm giving you tricks on pull now. I'm already switching it over to you.
Yeah, give him 2 seconds. We don't care about damage right now.
Like I just need to see a video.
Yeah, I linked one there. I don't know if that shows, but it looks like it.
Is the other blood DK also blue here?
We could try to swap Sat over.
The other tank's taking him there or something.
Just
I don't know.
for tonight, while we until we find a video and figure it out, just give him a couple seconds to actually get aggro before you guys fucking blood on him. That way it's not gonna rip off of you.
Like I could just do some scuff shit and just try to go over there and fucking just tank the frontal or something. But like I'm literally like, if I don't like I gotta see it. You know what I mean? Like I can't just like being like I don't know what to do here.
Yeah, the other DK is just red in that clip that Amuki sent.
Yeah, right. Like that's what I'm seeing. I'm not
Yeah.
sure exactly what I'm supposed to do here.
I'm looking at a log with double blood decay and they're both attacking Skyn, so I'm
not really good at like visualizing like logs. Like I've seen logs that like obviously Dratnos is doing the 2 tanks, whatever. Like, but I can't visualize what exactly is going on unless I see it like in a video. I mean, for now I could just do some scuff shit, but like, you know what I mean?
Let's try that, and then during break, let's see if we can figure something out.
Okay, I'll just do some scuff shit.
Yeah.
I think the frontal or something.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I will have your scars.
In.
Your lives are forfeit.
Don't be by the wall. Don't be by the wall. Don't be by the wall. Back in the. Yeah, you're fucking everyone.
Dispel.
Celestial Conduit in A.
Red, yep.
3, 2, 1.
Rotate.
Invoke Yulon, the Jade Serpent in A.
Everybody needs to pick up.
3, 2, 1. Dispel.
If you guys bait too close to the wall, there's no space. You're just gonna have to run.
Again, we're
Just
we're having conflicting statements. I believe we agreed that we're baiting it towards the wall, and then we're stepping right, and then we're just moving counterclockwise the entire time. But people are still trying to dodge towards the wall for some reason. We're baiting towards the wall, and then we're moving right.
That is what they do in their bot. They move towards center after spaded.
I get this point then. You could agree at something?
Did you have aggro there? Yes or no? So.
Yeah, I mean,
got
I
aggro
just,
first.
Yeah, no, I just literally just I just got an IBF run over there after the frontal. Just take the frontal. I can't think of anything else to do. I gotta see a video.
Send, please. And shrinking, see in here. Taking nightly stuff.
So,
Blue group.
just to clarify, we want to bait towards orange.
Yes.
And then move right.
Correct.
Okay.
I'll call it out for 2 balls until it becomes habit.
To the middle. So that way, like, blue group can like be right here, so we don't have to move that much. Por favor.
I'm not sure what you mean.
I don't know if I killed you or not, Zai.
Just looking at that video Zucchini just linked. Zucchini, you drop your web kind of near this golden line on the inside, this circle. And Otter, you drop yours towards kind of the outer golden line. And I'll drop mine in between.
Yeah.
Spot on my...
Nightly, you're blue.
I'm just saying if side on the shrouds, all of melee can just start right here.
Am I
Don't
not
have to move that much.
evading the webs if I'm range?
You're still on blue side.
No, you're not red
No,
side.
it's red.
Good shrink. Any second.
In a second, I need to open the map. Alright. That shot.
Just make sure you get in this first circle right here, or you die.
Yep.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
On blue side shrink.
And blue bait here. Far corner.
Lives are forfeit.
Moving right. Here. Pre-spread out for the drops. Rain.
Celestial Conduit in A.
Rotate right after this.
2, 1.
Rotating.
Trinket orbs. Everybody's got to
Invoke Yulon, the Jade Serpent in A.
Going ads
We're
here.
gonna
Don't
do
let
melee
him
going through, right?
Everybody personals this when he's about to hit right here.
Dispel. Dispel. Dispel.
The big bug.
Toxic wound.
Spread.
Stay spread out here. Now we're gonna rotate.
Dispel.
Rotate.
Dispel.
Chrono come. So we're picking up orbs still. We're always getting orbs.
Dispel.
Then we're gonna strike with the other boss.
spread out here.
We have a res. We need to get upset.
Dispel.
Rest oral in A.
Need a res and tank again. Yep.
3, 2,
Spread here, and yep, that would go there. These we get gripped in.
webs
We would drop here, we would rotate, so that's good. Boss, yep, needed to move there. As everyone up, just
Dispel.
make sure they're gripped in. They shouldn't be
Dispel.
fixating. When they're on the boss, they should
Dispel.
be spam stunned and stuff.
Dispel.
So for that, blue.
Dispel.
No.
Dispel.
So there on that positioning, on any positioning, we're going to be on the, whatever that side you consider, that side of the room of the bosses. We drop our orbs and we rotate around.
So we should have been in the middle.
We should have been in the middle of the room to drop our orbs, and then we rotate around and grab the red orbs. And then after that, those webs, those are the ones that are baited on top of Gala and the 2 warlocks. So the webs that are actually going to be used to break a noob's charge are against the wall, I believe.
I'm a little more quieter tonight. I'm just trying to learn my.
I have a question about soaking. So I'm blue, soaking red orbs. Does it reset after every set?
Yes.
He resets after every single set.
Okay, well then
So-
red is like constantly having like 2 orbs like on top of each other.
So so there's more red orbs than blue orbs. The reason for that is because whenever you drop when you do the web mechanic, it creates extra orbs. So there's going to be more red orbs that the blue side is getting.
But
So that
isn't that a range? Like isn't that for range?
He's saying that what Starry's saying is we're basically cleaving each other with our acid rain and spawning 2 extra
Yeah, they're
orbs.
spawning.
Okay,
they're
that
spawning
we should definitely avoid doing that.
Yeah, we're
And-
always
and-
out for this.
The melee, when they're spawning on the webs, don't stand on top of your range, just be in our circle. Because if they're on top of us, that also spawns 2 on top of us. So when
one
they're in
last
our
thing.
web circle, they just need to be in it.
Dan, Gala, drop your thing on Skull. We can be all stacked on top of each other.
5,
If you drop too
4,
far down, it's
3,
gonna interfere
2,
with our
1.
Second web drop is kind of a nightmare.
Stack. Blue group. Moving right.
Spread here.
Dispel.
Celestial Conduit in A.
Out.
3, 2, 1.
Rotate.
Invoke Yulon, the Jade Serpent in A.
3,
Some of those ads,
2,
some let them move.
1.
Personal here.
Dispel. Dispel.
Big
Dispel.
bug.
Venomous sting.
Out.
Up.
Dispel.
Yep.
Dispel.
Oh no.
Sorry, so I think I killed you there.
Dispel. Dispel.
And then this
I
is
saw
dragging
some
to the
red
next.
there. I wanted to grab them. It was not smart of me.
We're gonna be spread out here for the
Rest oral in A.
Yeah, she should be over.
Ronald.
Venomous sting.
Yeah, so everybody will go over to the top guy over there.
1.
With
Dispel.
red along the wall.
Dispel.
And blue going closer
Dispel.
to the mid
Dispel.
slash where the
No, for the drops, blue would have been against the wall.
Dispel. Dispel.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm 1 set behind.
That's not correct. Yeah.
Twice there. I'm
No, watching our
I'm
stack.
on the blue side. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting that close to red.
If you're over here and you're getting clued by red, that means that we're not spreading out properly.
Because like
You guys
all
probably
of the
have to be over
blue
here.
orbs get dropped here 2
But-
seconds after I die, and I'm blue and I'm dead here. So I don't know.
So like a red
I guess
sneaking in there then?
Yeah, or I'm in the wrong spot and I need to be closer.
It's
to
too
the
risky.
wall.
No matter what.
Because like
web
I'm
group goes over.
towards the middle of this. I could be like back there, I guess. But like it's supposed to be. I
Also, I don't know if this is what's happening, but if you soak 3 orbs, and then one of the orbs gets unsoaked of that color, it applies a stack to everybody, and so that'll shoot you up to 4 and you'll die.
And you'll insta die.
That doesn't mean you shouldn't get 3 though, that just means it needs to be done correctly and more people need to soak.
I'm pretty sure blue melee had to be more up against, like, over there behind his back leg.
There isn't like an inside group and an outside group, right? We're both just split half and half down the middle.
Yeah, but the orbs are positioned in such a way that it swirls inwards.
That list will be completely changed. Oath. I need to redo that if we do something.
4,
Oh
3,
yeah, it's a different
2,
move.
1.
I will have your stuff.
Side, make sure.
Bait, bait.
Web positions.
Viscous detonation.
Celestial Conduit in A.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, you can't walk in like that. Right?
Invoke Yulon, the Jade Serpent in A.
Dispel. 3, 2.
More orbs, there we go.
Personal this.
Dispel.
Webs.
Dispel.
Personal. Fat bug. Blow him up. Or you probably push anything. Personal.
Toxic wound.
Part your damage always matters during spread. Complete each other. Good.
Dispel.
Rotating. Chrono. Focus on what I'm saying. Should we get orbs? Get orbs. Good. They're all gone.
Now move towards boss.
Yep.
Make sure we
Red along the wall.
Dispel.
And we need to do. We got ads coming here for the grips, and we need to spread out.
Rest Oral in A.
Bugs need to be together. Spread out
Web
here.
positions.
3, 2, 1.
Bot.
Remember the warlock and the priest to be in the middle.
Dispel. Dispel. Dispel.
Maybe late this one then.
I don't think that's correct. Because there,
Dispel.
right before Tall Skinny jumped, Blue was standing on the inner side of the boss and Red was over here. And then what we should have done is Blue moves against the wall and Red stays here. But instead what happened is Blue stayed in the center and Red did a weird counterclockwise rotation around Blue. But I believe both groups should have shifted through the boss, correct?
The reason Red's got to be against the wall there, though, is because the web drops come there, and when we rotate, we need our 3 lines to be in the center of the room because that's the very next charge.
Okay, so it doesn't maintain positioning in the room. It's Red needs to be against the wall regardless of where Sky and Spinner goes.
That's what I'm seeing, and it's just for that rotation, right? Because we get our web lines, and we need to be at the center of the room.
Okay.
For that. And I think that's the only way that works, right? I'm just asking. Like because Blue would have to drop their stuff in the center-ish for Red to rotate around. Or even not center, but like just out here. Red needs to end up somewhere over here.
So assuming that boss is over here,
yeah.
The way that I was suggesting, Blue would start against the wall and Red would start there. We'd drop our orbs and rotate around, and that means that Red ends against the wall.
Yep.
And Blue is now in the center, which is the correct positioning.
Webs the whole time.
Yes, Red will get your webs and then bring them with you through the rotation. It doesn't necessarily matter where they're placed because they're all getting popped immediately. Because either they're getting popped immediately by Gala and the 2 Warlocks center, or they're getting popped by the web teams, and then at that point you just carry them with you.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I will have your stuff.
So I guess that doesn't clarify which position we're going.
I see what you're saying because they'll hit either way. Yeah, we didn't clarify anything.
I guess we'll just see where they go and we'll call it on the fly.
Celestial Conduit in A.
Rain.
3.
Yeah, you gotta stay back there.
1.
Rotate.
Invoke Yulon, the Jade Serpent in A.
We stun these ads here. We can talk about it after, just too personal.
Dispel. Dispel.
Big bug.
Good drop. We're rotating around.
Get orbs.
Dispel. Dispel.
Oh no.
Dispel. Dispel. Dispel.
Let's get into the tall boss.
So here blue would be against the wall. Blue's against the wall. Red's towards the center of the
Rest
room.
Oral in A.
Spread out here.
3.
Grip ads and stun them.
And we're rotating. So blue should end towards the center of the room. Red should end against the wall.
Dispel.
Okay, so that's gonna have to be, so that rotation has to wait just a second until those webs go. The web groups get their webs, and then we rotate to grab orbs.
Are we rotating around the web at that point?
No,
If blue would be on the other side, right? The webs would have been out in this area.
All the videos I watched with the web people, they had like everyone stand. It's just like the tendril thing. You like were already standing in it as it's shooting on the ground.
so it doesn't matter what side red is on, it's still going to be the same problem. The problem that happened there was the overlap is it's the green rain, drops the orbs, and then like a second later or two, then the webs spawn. So if you immediately start rotating, there's going to be a traffic jam no matter where they're placed. So
yeah, so it's rain, pause, wait for webs, get webs, and then go.
And then go. Yeah. So
So the issue I saw there is that we had like a bunch of orbs inside the webs. So
Okay, so what's gonna happen is the web teams are the exact same. The 2 warlocks and the priest are out here, and they're gonna pop their own. So that web is gonna disappear when done correctly.
Yeah, so we just need to wait for the pop and then rotate. Because we started rotating and the webs were just coming down, and I wasn't able to pop my own bit.
Are we doing the second rank properly? Or is that the difference on the consequence strat? To what Imugi made earlier? Just making sure.
So on that last poll, we did it differently.
Yeah, we did it differently. Just trying to make sure that we're doing the...
I don't know how it
one
works
thing.
with this strat, but that's the benefit that I see of the Dratnos strat is that the web groups always take care of their own orbs, so we don't have all these random orbs in difficult to reach places. It makes it easier for the web groups to not kill each other with this strat, but it makes the orb soaks much more difficult.
Yes, blue's definitely gonna have to run around to grab a lot more orbs this way.
So do we want to keep the strat where we just keep positioning the same and we move proportional to the boss so that blue's always on this left side?
We'll see.
Okay.
Another try or two.
Crazy lagging right now.
Dispel.
Celestial Conduit in A.
3. 2. 1.
Invoke Yulon, the Jade Serpent in A.
3. Dispel. 2. 1. Dispel.
Another trophy for my queen.
Dan never went in his circle, right?
I think he
Another trophy for my queen.
His eye and Fern touched.
Yeah, I fucking assassinated him on accident.
Sidon, did you and Starry touch? I feel like the melee thing is kind of like this. To actually be in melee range of that boss, you have to get super close to where blue's currently standing.
Blue can move over here melee wise, as they should.
Yeah.
They should not be right there on orange, right next to me. I'm gonna keep killing you on purpose until you learn, 100%. Toxic or not. You need
What
to
do you
not be
mean?
there.
Most of the melee are there too, bro. I don't know.
You need to scoot over then. Move over 2 steps so I can get my weapon. Like we're stepping out of melee for more than 5 to 10 seconds and getting cucked. That's happened
Just
to me.
saying how it is, bro. Just saying how it is.
I keep telling you it's all you
No, the web people have priority. That's what I care about doing. If other people need to get the fuck out of melee, I don't care.
They don't even have to get out of melee. They just
scoot
rotate.
over. Literally
the
walk
web
over
people
and
have
Just tell us what
100%
you want.
priority.
You want us at the back wall.
Yeah. That's why
Yeah,
it's
the web people need to be where they need to be or whatever. So.
No,
so
wait. The
I don't think they're talking about the web people moving.
the
They're
spread
talking
people,
about
you
orange
want the
people
melee
moving.
here or here?
No, they opposite that. Yeah,
Against
like
the wall,
back
because
here.
we have to
Here?
stand here with webs.
Right.
We have to stand here with webs while the beam goes out.
But
And
we
be
have
able
to
drive.
rotate the whole way this way, a whole
Okay,
like
so here, let me see if I can walk
360
us.
degrees.
Get ready to
Just
walk.
have 270 degrees.
So if I'm doing my web grip right here,
Can you,
get,
Shrinky? Can you do the thingy on the bus? Sorry, so I can approach.
no, I'm already here. I'm right here.
Can't be suitable.
I'm already here.
Oh yeah,
Okay, so
Sidon, can you tell us where the blue melee are standing right now? That's
blue melee are standing right on top of me. Beam
so
is
they're
ending
on
right
that
here.
side. So they're just out of position. They need to be on this side.
Right, because the web people have to be.
No, that's not true. Red's
No,
right
Ready?
here.
No, they just have to be right here.
Like a gym.
Should be, yeah,
just
they
do
should be
a
over here
gym.
where Jim is.
Soup
This
again,
is
please.
the second one, right?
If you can.
That's for the first charge. That's where we're
Oh,
dying.
first charge. Okay.
Yeah, the first
I
charge.
don't look at your whispers.
I am.
So what I think is happening is because you want us to be on the other side, and we have to rotate the whole other way around.
No.
No.
Is
We
that
don't
not
want you on the
what-
other
that
side,
is
just
not
scoot.
what I'm saying.
So you see his back left leg, or back left leg. You should be standing right there, and I'm standing on the front left leg, doing my web with Jim, because that's the only way we can hit both bosses and also get our charges off.
Let's just pull a guy, see.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
watched.
you don't have.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, go.
Well, mine's about the positioning for the second webs. So you guys finish what you're talking about.
That's pretty much
Yeah, I
it.
just
I
want to
mean,
say that you don't need to hit both bosses until 20 seconds in. You don't have to force being at melee range on that spot. You just drop, play safe, rotate, and then you do damage. It's 20 seconds. 15 to 20
I mean,
seconds.
okay,
It's 5 seconds
counterpoint.
of no.
Blue group can just move and then it doesn't
I
matter.
think we're talking about different things. I don't think Dove
I-
understands what
I
we're
think we
talking
talk
about.
about
Yeah,
3
I'll
different
try and
mechanics
finish
right now.
this time.
Let's just pull again, see what happens. Let me
I'll
see what
explain.
happens.
I'll call it.
I'll call out to
I'll
clarify what I was
Five,
looking
Get
at.
some clips
Four,
after raid. You
three,
can review them.
2,
You're streaming.
1.
I'll watch what's going on in there this time. I'll just focus on that.
Bait blue group.
It's where I am except.
No, it is not. Rain in 3 pre-spread.
Celestial Conduit in A.
Spell. 3, 2, 1.
Rotate. We get the orbs blue group.
Blue, watch your
Invoke
bait. There we
Yulon,
go. Now we
the
can
Jade
go.
Serpent in A.
Dispel.
Fatality!
Whenever we
Fatality!
can't get four guys.
2.
Stop and build yourself there.
Fatality!
Yeah.
You don't want people here. You want people over where we're all.
We just want like this clear right here.
Yeah. You see where me and Barry are?
Blue actually just needs to be at the wall.
Sorry, can
Is he-
one guy ping where we should be? Where blue should be?
Blue should be over here.
Okay, that's where most
Wait,
of
let
us
him clear. Let him clear, and then side and press it.
Also, as soon as he charges through, us 3 red need to get the fuck back to our side.
Yep. Yeah, we trip them with the webs and then immediately we'll rotate back to where the rest of the red group is. Like, we just backstep it up to all of it.
Oh, you guys are doing the Manfred move. Go to point for.
Correct. So red has priority on the center of the room. They're doing all the web stuff. and then after the break happens, then they move back to their side over here, and then blue is freed up to move more away from the wall. But until that, we need to, after we get our orbs, we huddle against the wall to avoid touching any of the red web people.
And you're basically just getting in rain positions at that point anyways.
Where's Dan?
He might be having
His
issues.
internet may have went out.
Yeah, like where's his character?
He's running on orange, yeah.
He's getting his steps in.
Oh my god, he is.
Cox striking again.
I low-key saw it, I just thought it'd be funny, yeah. Yeah.
I
Like,
think
where's
he,
Dan at?
yeah, I think I overlapped him and he killed me.
Is yours working nightly, or are you still lagging? Alright, let's try it. Swap you for Dan.
Okay, so if we swap you for Dan, Shrinkin, you're gonna have to come over to red group.
Interesting. Okay.
Sorry,
Am I
Shrink.
doing his stuff then?
So, okay, so the red group, basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna get the red buff, and then as soon as you get the red buff, you're gonna stack on Skull with Galan. Okay?
And
then we're gonna draw on Skull with Galan, and we're gonna drop the wet mechanic, and we're just gonna move out, and then go where the rest of the red people are, and then we're gonna rotate along the wall.
I'll be fine. I'll follow the group. It's just do
Yeah,
I need to
you
use
can.
the thread? Just
You do not need to use the thread. You do not need to use the thread. Just follow the X marker. Just follow me, and you can.
That's
have
the
good
first
ideas.
drop. Where's the second one? The second one's middle, right?
So the second one, yeah, we're gonna be towards the middle of the room, and what you are gonna do is when the web mechanic goes out, you're just gonna stand in there and have it land on you, and you will pop it instantly and clear, and clear.
You and Miley? Should I take it?
I don't think I am, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Oh my god. Everyone has the fucking internet issues.
I mean, we also don't need the 20th person right now, right?
Nah, you can't do that.
What happens if you are missing a player?
Someone from blue needs to die.
I don't know what happens if you.
It means people need to
have
soak
90
more.
people.
Yeah,
Whatever
just
side's
a
missing.
little bit more soap, and we would just need to make sure there's an extra ranged, 6th range still on red side.
As long as
Yeah,
there's a 6 range on red.
The 6 range on red is very important.
Yeah, it's
We have to
so
play
that
with
you can know
exactly
exactly
6
where
range.
the webs are
That's right.
placed. But I don't understand why there's a problem with 19. Oh, drops here.
Because if you don't have 10 and 10, it's a wipe. It has to be exact numbers on both sides.
He needs to play
Okay,
red side.
Somebody help me. No, he needs to play blue side.
Okay.
Does that mean that Logan needs to move to red side?
No. There's
No, we still have
the
6.
shrink.
Okay.
The shrink is the 6 range, not red.
Okay.
Which group am I in?
You're in blue group, bro. So you're gonna just follow the tanks.
You'll be on the left side first.
Sure you're in the circle at the start. When the group rotates, rotate. 2, 3 orbs.
Up 2
not
orbs.
4.
No more.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I will have your stars. You will
Blue group bait on me.
Spread a little bit.
Celestial Conduit in A.
Rain.
3, 2, 1.
Rotating.
Invoke Yulon, the Jade Serpent in A.
Dispel.
Yeah, just play it.
3, 2, 1. Dispel.
Blue, hug the wall. Get out of the way. Get away from the webs.
Dispel.
Logan, you're too close.
Dispel.
There we go. Now we can spread back out. Red's moving back over.
Dispel. Dispel.
Yep. Pre-spread. Rotating.
Dispel.
Grab an orb. Run them. That last orb we can.
Dispel.
Blue is staying center. Red is going against the wall. We're maintaining positions.
I'm gonna spread out a little bit here though right now.
Rest Oral in
A little
A.
bit for this rain. Just stay here, Jenna.
Dispel.
Stay in these. Do not move. Stay. We'll get out of the frontal.
You rotate here.
No, wait.
No.
Webs. Let them get their webs. All webs should be disappeared, except for those three. Or now we rotate.
Fatality! Fatality!
Those 3 originals on Skull will be there the entire fight.
Dispel.
Yeah, those will throw me off. Those skull ones.
Yeah.
Are you guys having the melee run over for the web instead of the ranged?
Yes.
We are.
Why?
Hello.
Because otherwise the melee cannot hit the boss.
So that's why our blue group, again, that's why blue group needs to hug the absolute wall during the charge phase.
Yep.
Because if anybody's too far left,
the honey spot for.
Blue, you can also
On
stand in the
consequence, you have
line.
on consequence, you have the melee here and the range go way the fuck away to trip the boss. It's not the other way around.
They don't have melee. They only have range doing it.
if that's the Banchers videos, he's Survival Hunter.
Yeah, that's ranged.
I mean, it's melee.
It's ranged.
They use their range cooldown.
So another thing too that we didn't talk about was that when the two like Sidon and Jim are right here, right, with the web, you can be like right here behind in the charge, and you won't get hit.
Yeah, because it gets tripped right here, so it doesn't keep charging basically. And then the circle for the webs, they don't need to be choked up so much. Only the last one needs to be choked up because that's where the boss is gonna stop, right? So if the other group wants to be like back, and then the last
That
group will
was a specific call, strat call.
Yeah, because also
to be
you don't
choked up,
want
so.
you don't want melee standing at the wall, because then they can't attack the spiders or whatever they call the ads.
We don't need to stand at the wall. We can stand at the line.
It's that side. The point is you should not be standing right here, right next to the web players.
5, 4, 3,
It's the,
2,
you can stand in the tree.
1.
Put a skull on
Pin.
and so that
Bait. I got it. Rain and
Celestial Conduit in A.
Red.
3. Dispel. 2.
Rotate.
Dispel. Dispel.
Invoke Yulon, the Jade Serpent in A.
3, 2, 1. Dispel. Dispel.
Personal.
that's good, blue. Yeah. That positioning was good though, blue.
But they lived. Those two were there.
What's betrayal again? I know you guys mentioned it last night at one point.
That's me. I was not ready.
Oh, okay.
That's the color run over it. I read the text of it actually, it's kind of funny.
You press ready, Jenna.
I know, but I'm going over like cooldowns and stuff, like mid pull.
No, I released.
Does that make sense? Like, being a moon shape and dropping the orbs? Like a crescent moon?
Does anybody know what that is?
Like a C.
Yeah, like
Who's
for example,
challenged?
like zucchini is like always like right here with the web, and I'm like always like right here. If we like wrap around, it's easier to get the orbs instead of having like orbs right here and running out.
I think the idea is to drop your orb like generally orientation wise.
Yeah.
Time, right?
Yeah. Cause like when we have like a bunch of orbs like in the back, dude, it's hard. Also, cause it's kind of scary. You don't know if it's gonna be like 2 or 3 orbs in one of them.
You should be
So
able to
having
sneak
like more
through those.
space.
If you look up, there's swords above the orbs, and you can easier to see how many swords are above. Or, you know, it's a double stack.
I got PTSD. There was like one that was like 3, and just like insta killed me.
There can't be any double stacked orbs, right? That's just like
That's
a rule
people
that you
getting
can,
hit. Yeah.
Well, if there is, you just have to ping it so people know.
Can't cleave each other acid rain.
I was gonna say the ones that are way out should probably try to be picked up by the range to like see them. That way like melee doesn't like have to go off the boss, because I have to do like the biggest, like me inside have to do like the biggest sweep every swap. So like normally like the melee picks stuff up, so like we have to go way out to pick stuff up.
5, 4, 3.
Yep, range do range things.
1.
Melee do melee.
I will have your stuff.
Get in.
Your lives are
Blue bait on skull. On skull. Drop. Drop. Blue range, scoot back, give room.
Red here.
Celestial Conduit in A.
3,
Leave each other.
1.
Rotating. 2 orbs.
Invoke Yulon, the Jade Serpent in A.
3, 2, 1.
Press Wilson.
Dispel. Dispel.
Adds need stun.
Blue scoot over more right, a little bit.
The big bug. Yep.
Toxic wound.
Red. Rotating. Chrono. So you get orbs.
Dispel.
Chrono. Where you get a debuff from. Good, they're all gone.
Blue is going against the wall here, maintain positioning.
Dispel.
Red should be in towards the center.
Rest Oral in A.
Dispel.
Zucchini otter, let's get in our spot.
Dispel.
Red out here.
3. Dispel. 2. 1.
Wait, don't move.
Scoot otter, I'll scoot.
Chrono.
Don't move out of
Gary, I'm on the wall.
Wait for webs to go away. And we rotate.
Dispel.
Somebody go in one with otter.
Those 3 should be popped. Those 3 webs shouldn't be there.
Yeah,
But
they're
we,
dead.
yeah, they're dead. So that's the ideal positioning, because we're far away from the skull ones. That's why the Dratnos was calling the position over by skull the cringe location, because the old webs are there. So ideally we want him to jump to this side, because it makes it a lot more clear with the webs.
I need like some clarification on these orbs, because that time I walked into one and instantly got 3 stacks, and then it was already walking into a second one, which killed me.
That's due to players standing on top of each other. When the rain drops, if there's players touching, then it drops extra. Sorry, go ahead.
I understand why it's happening. What I'm saying is like, if we want to say this thing of, oh, look up and look at the sword, that's going to take more time on every single time, because every single time you're going to want to check the orb. If it's just a rule that double stacks are not something to even think about, and you just assume that everyone is a 1 stack, and anyone who dropped a double stack is wrong, it like is easier to.
I think.
Well,
What we're
anybody
supposed
that
to do
drops a
is-
double stack is definitely not correct.
Yeah,
What we're
like look at
actually
the.
to do. Hang on a second. What we're actually supposed to do is whenever the players are aware that there's double stacks, say I fuck up, I stack with Joyous, and we spawn 2 swords. We actually open the mic and say there's 2 swords. You don't have to say where. You just have to let the other team know that to be aware to check on that one set.
So that's
People have to actually queue up their mic and let them know.
pre-nerf. If there is a double stack, if we have the rule where people are only soaking 2, then that solves the problem. Because if there's a double stack, then you're getting a maximum of 3. So we don't need to clog up comms with that. If there is a double stack with double swords, if everybody's just only grabbing 2 orbs, then that solves the problem. And then after you grab your 2 orbs, if you look and see your debuffs and you see that you still have room to grab a 3rd, and you can have the mental capacity to check for a sword, then you can soak a 3rd. But
yeah,
aim for 2 and that should fix it.
For example, on that pull, I soaked 1 and got 3.
Yeah, that's just a...
That pull is really scuffed. Look at the clip I posted. Almost all the swords were in melee. There was like not one that was just by itself.
So that'll get
like,
that'll get solved with people actually dropping the reins correctly. That won't be a problem soon.
To be slightly facetious, if only there was an instant way for us to communicate that there's 2 swords, almost like if there was a ping system.
Well, it's not a matter about the ping. It's more like there were swords everywhere. There was
I
like
get
too
that.
many.
Let's get a focus skill one. Just focus on doing it.
We should have 2 swords in general. We're setting ourselves up for failure at that point. But we do have methods to fix this. Say double sword ping.
Lives are
We don't fucking kill people.
Good job. Yeah, he's stacked there.
Gala, shake it. Come up here. Come up here.
On X?
Spread out here a little bit.
Celestial Conduit in A.
3, 2,
Rotating.
1.
Careful melee, a bunch of swords.
Invoke Yu'lon, the Jade Serpent in A.
Yeah, it's fine.
3, 2, 1. Dispel. Dispel.
Spread out a little bit.
Dispel. Dispel.
Rotating.
Double sword.
Dispel.
Grab some orbs if you can. Watch some frontal.
Dispel.
We're
Dispel.
good. We're just staying there.
Maintain positioning. Red is against the wall. Blue is towards the center.
Spread out a little bit here for the rain.
Rest Oral in A.
You spreading right now?
Venomous sting.
3,
Grip is in slow and stun them.
Dispel.
Stay.
Dispel.
Wait until webs are gone to move.
Dispel.
And rotate.
Rally trip.
I got this one in the back. Oh, that's...
Res Wilson. Personal here.
Dispel.
That's an inside.
What part is confusing?
The dropping my webs, like, I'm confused as to where I'm supposed to orientate myself.
Yeah, I think let's always... So let's just say... Alright. So how do you want positioning their rag? Let's say the boss is here. Do you want red to stop on this side or on this side?
I think at that point, honestly, we switch. If it's on this side, we have blue. We instead of having wall side and center, we switch to this way. So red side.
Okay, so let's just do this. The web team will always be
towards the
closest to where
door.
we came from.
Oh. I think the clearest way to do it would be if the red team, regardless of if it's on this side or this side, if the red team is always closest to the door, that gives all of the room in the world to drop webs and take care of it.
Okay, so web team will always be on door side.
Yes, and then at that point we're now no longer split like this way and this way on the boss. We're instead split north-south or whatever.
So then we'll have Zucchini, me, and Otter.
Correct. And then the extra webs like Gala and the 2 warlocks will be dropping them like very center of the room, and blue group will be there.
I am not understanding how to drop my web still.
I'm just getting a bunch of pings on my screen.
We're gonna take our break here. We're gonna take our break here anyways.
Oh, we can just do a raid plan, yeah.
We need to fucking workshop this. This is awful.
This is getting very confusing.
Yeah, we keep changing strats.
I don't understand why we just couldn't mirror from wall to wall, honestly.
we said we were gonna do Dratnos, then we're doing Consequence, then I don't. We're like mixing the two together now.
Keep it simple,
not
stupid.
easy to figure
nothing,
this stuff
nothing's
out.
mixed.
You gotta give
Nothing's
the
mixed,
officers
dude.
a chance.
We did literally one poll yesterday.
It's
Also for
because
everybody
people
that's
do some
not doing.
research.
Also for everybody that's not exactly the people doing the webs, there's no difference between the Dratnos and the Consequence POV. So if you're in Blue, for example, you don't nothing changes for you, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, I know. I'm just waiting for the webs because they seem to be still pretty confused. Honestly, it might just help just pinging, like babysit like the first few pulls.
We are, and the pinging I don't think is helping. So we need to just understand what we're doing beforehand, because the audibles are just confusing people. So we need to just take a time after the break, and we'll just go through pictures again.
Alright, somebody go ahead, open up the MS Paint for me real quick.
Are you taking the break, Ragnon, or do you have a minute to give me another channel?
I can switch channels. Yep.
Thank you. Just 60 seconds.
But yeah, you should guys. I should.
please leave the ads on my videos and earn rewards. It's a win-win. Pi.org is a free ad blocker that not only blocks your ads, but also rewards you if you do happen to see ads. It works the same as any browser extension.
Class tuning.
I'm
Right?
back,
They
sorry.
didn't say when it was gonna happen. But like if it's like, oh, class tuning for 0.7, okay, please.
Well, there's class tuning on Tuesday. That's going live on Tuesday.
Ready up if you're here. We're not pulling yet.
I sent you a message, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still being like pretty optimistic.
Yeah, but you'll
I
get
got
your
bored now.
you'll get your buffs the same time the Fury Warrior gets their buffs.
I'm
And
already
Arms
leveling the
gets
Survival
unlocked.
Hunter, bro. I
Arms
mean, I
gets
could level
unlocked
my
too,
DH,
surely,
but
right?
CVA.
Oh, did I traumatize the green guy?
Probably start
Moogie,
back
that
from
I that doesn't. It's going to take me a second to digest that. That doesn't make as much sense to me, but we can post it in case it makes sense for others.
I'll make it smaller. I think I see what's confusing. Yep.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go teacher mode. Can you please tune in my screen? We'll have a Google form test after this. I'm just joking.
Hold on, right?
I'm just joking.
Just finish something.
Will this be on this?
I quit. Nope.
Well, what if I kill myself?
Then it will. A late fee will be applied.
Damn.
I got rope for you. I got rope for you.
I got your late fee right here. All right. So is everybody checking out my screen? You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Silence is a good sign. Okay. So I'm gonna start. I'm gonna blast through this at 2 times speed because most of this we already know. But something to clarify: there's only 2 web drops in this entire phase. We already have half of that pretty much good. I'm just going to go through it in case there's parts of it that aren't. So from the red POV is the most important. Blue, you just play and get the orbs and get out of red's way. So the initial drops, we've got Skull, who's dropping it here in the corner, and then the webs are being picked up. Here the webs are being picked up. Drops happen, and then we rotate around, and we're grabbing orbs. At this point, blue should be with the scarabs in the corner here. Not necessarily all the way against the wall, but out of the way so that the web people can do their thing. The web people continue to rotate. And here they're dropping. Yes. So right here, blue group. Sorry, go ahead.
Can I bring something up?
Yes.
Can you look at the weak card right over the raid frames? See who is linked with?
So
Did you notice that there are 3 dragons?
Yes.
Pushing the webs the other way instead of us doing the melee to the shit? Because that's exactly what I was gonna say, and that's exactly what Consequence is doing, and we're doing it backwards.
Where's our 3rd dragon then?
That's
Oh.
what we
The
no.
dragons are up
What
here.
we
That's
talked
what
about
we
this at the
started with.
beginning because the melee could not hit. That's the reason we started doing it this way, and the melee could not do DPS. They said.
We can probably do it this way. I mean,
I mean,
it's a
the
good box, it doesn't
enhanced,
really
there's
matter.
The trade.
there's an enhanced, there's a red, and there's a survival.
So the trade-off for doing it this way is the melee stay here and they maintain full uptime on Skyn until the jump happens, and then they swap to a noob. They're not able to participate on these ads over here, but that's what blue group is focusing on, is getting these ads down. They've been gripped over there on top of the blood decays. They have all the grip tools to relocate and maintain the ads, and so they're getting cleaved down. So I don't care either way. We can clarify that after this. I'm just going through the general positioning, but either way, either melee will be here and range will be here, or vice versa. But the webs have been strung across and blue group is stacking right here. I'm going to keep momentum going so we don't lose track of the flow of the fight. Here the first trip has happened. We're DPSing. Blue group can spread back out. Red group can come back here away from where they were dropping the red webs. This part's easy. We just drop orbs and relocate around. From this point on, regardless of which direction Sky and Spinner has gone, we're going to maintain this positioning. So if he goes to the cringe spot like he is in this VOD, red is going to position against the wall, and blue will be towards the center of the room. If he goes to the easier spot that's away from the initial web drops, red will be towards the center of the room and blue will be towards the wall, but we're maintaining this formation. So we move to Sky and Spinner here. Red is against the wall. This is the harder drop, so it's good that we're looking at this. We pre-spread, drop the orbs, we stay. We do not rotate until the webs come out. You can see the 3 webs that are getting broken insta by Gala and the 2 warlocks that are not being used for the trip. They're positioned out in Narnia, and they can just do it wherever out here where it's nice and clear. That's because blue group is nicely stacked here in the top center. They're not having to move anywhere around, and then the webs that are being used are being dropped against the wall, and they're being collected immediately. As soon as the webs are picked up, there's no more webs on the map except for the original skull ones that were placed. We rotate and pop orbs. There will be some out in Narnia that the blue group needs to make sure that they go get. I'll probably get that because I don't care about my melee uptime as much as the DPS do. And then here, this trip position actually looks exactly the same as the original. So both trip charges are exact same positioning. Blue is over here out of the way. Red moves and drops it in the same location.
Can you replay that sequence?
Yes.
From the start. Thank you.
So, is from the initial web okay right here?
The webs, yeah.
Okay, so this is
No. Yeah, okay, that's fine.
so this is the very first trip that happens in the fight. From here, we drop initial orbs and we rotate around, and then this formation with red on this side, blue on this side will be where we are regardless of where Sky and Spinner jumps to. In this case, he jumped to this the cringe spot, so red will be against the wall. If it was the other position, then red will be in the center of the room and blue will be against the wall. Here, the 3 fake webs will drop it out in Narnia and insta-pop it. The real webs that we're going to be using will be dropped here against the wall, or if it was the other position, it'd be dropped in the middle of the room. They're
Pause right there.
Yep.
Go right back, sir.
Yep. I'll slow it down as well.
These aren't necessarily against the wall. These are almost the exact same position. Like they did it almost exact same as the first set, where it's from the wall towards the center almost.
Yes. That's why I just wanted to clarify the 3 important ones here. So it's like
So the 3 ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it is. It's more door side. Yeah, so it is more door side because the door's over here. So the 3 Narnia ones are getting placed there, just out of the way. It doesn't really matter where they're placed. They just need to be away from everybody else because they're getting popped insta, and then they can relocate to where they need to be. The 3 important ones are wallish, doorish side, opposite of blue.
So it would be me closest to the wall, then Mugi, then Zucchini, closest to the center. Correct?
Put something in court, and I think this captures what I'm seeing in the video there.
By the looks of it as well, when he's immuning at the back there, is it not dropping an orb back there? Is that why they're doing
Oh,
that? 'Cause
It
I
does
see
drop
that the
orbs.
That's what I was about to say. So if you notice, he backs up when we have the rain, right? And that's dropping an orb. Then he moves forward into the web position, and that drops another orb. So I think what's happening right now is that, like, you're dropping an orb with acid, and then you're not moving
Correct.
much with the web positions, and that's dropping a second orb.
So they're stacked right here. Yeah, that is a good point. So let's replay that just so we see what we're talking about. Here they're in position. They've moved. Here's the initial drops. You see he backs up and he drops this away from where he's going to be baiting the web. Then he moves forward and he's dropping the web in a separate location. That way they're not stacked up. Yeah, that's a good point. Thank you.
Actually drop an orb there?
It did.
Yeah, I'm not.
You see
I'm
it
not
back at the
seeing.
back
I'm not
left.
seeing it.
Look,
Yeah.
look when it swings over, you can see it in the back left. Right there. Like just 2 seconds. Yeah, so he drops an orb there, and then you'll see his backwards orb after once it swings.
We're talking about the rain.
Keep going. Yep.
The
keep
rain
going.
one he turtled, so it didn't come out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
we were asking about.
Because you're not taking damage, right? That's why both the mages are also ice blocking there, because then they don't spawn.
But when you
Right.
swing the camera, I think you can see him back there.
No, I think that's his
a different
partners
one.
that were. That's his partners that were to the left and right of him.
Right here
Okay,
he
there's-
turtles and there's no orb. Yeah,
Yeah, 100% no word.
So that's
So on that second rain, immunity should be ripped, right?
yes. Like it.
That means mages have to play real block instead of ice cold as well.
Well,
Rag.
I'm in blue group still.
It is, yeah, it's more important for red because there's way more red orbs. Yes, Gala, what's up?
That middle one is technically zucchini, right? Because you said Gala, but I'm not popping any webs.
You are with the,
You are popping.
You
webs.
are, yeah.
yeah, so you are part of the, on this second set of webs. So the first set of webs, you're dropping them on Skull, right?
Correct.
And then here on the second set, you and the 2 warlocks will be dropping it in Narnia, just away from the group. It doesn't honestly matter, just somewhere where we can eventually get to those orbs. And then you're standing in it. So you see right here, I'll go to where they're dropping the webs.
No, I know how it's done.
Okay.
That's not the point, but like, why are we doing that? Why can't Zucchini do it? Because she's part of the teams.
Because
they're
Zucchini,
wasted webs.
She's doing the
Zu-
real web. You're just wasting them.
we only need 3 webs to trip. These 3 extra webs, we're just trying to get out of the fight.
webs in the middle of the room.
You're not doing the web
slowing
mechanic,
everybody.
you're just literally standing it so it goes away.
Just like you wasted your webs on Skull at the beginning of the fight, you are also wasting your webs here on the second webs. It's just instead of dropping them in a place where we're going to keep them the entire fight, like Skull, we're popping them by standing in it. And
You
the
won't get tethered to anyone either. Like it just immediately goes away.
the reason that we're doing it that way and not popping the initial webs too is because you get a debuff, I believe. No, that's never mind, because we have the same groups that are doing webs both times. Ignore me. Never mind.
You could technically pop the first set, no?
I think it just creates extra orbs.
There's guilds where the 3 range that's not doing the web just stand in the middle at the beginning too. You can do that as well. You don't have to stack in a corner if you don't want to.
So I'll do, if you want, I can do extra calls on this one just based on what we watched to remind everybody as we go.
Yeah, I'd like for you to do that, and then maybe a Moogie just remind webs, right? Did you do the web every time?
Web groups, do we understand the position? Because Otter was asking about that. Do we understand who's standing in what location for the drops?
Is this how we want to do it in the Silken Court thing?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
So-
how it should be done.
One more clarification. If you go to, you should probably stream this so you can see this. If you go to, it's like 25 seconds in the video.
I gotta open it back up again.
The web drops and then the rain. This is 100% why we're getting double orbs right now. Is because I think we're like, there's an orb that drops from the web drops, and then there's an orb that drops from the rain, and they don't ever overlap it.
Okay, so sorry, I had to open it back up. You said 25 seconds?
I think the best rule of thumb is when
25
we're rotating and getting orbs, everyone's automatically getting 1. You look at your debuff if you have 2. If you don't have 2, you get another one because you're still gonna live. But you never run into more than 2.
Well, the thing is, it's like I think the red people are like not moving off of.
I see what you're saying, Donut. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's happening is they drop it with the web, and then somebody's
In the
moving on
same
top of on top of that with the ring, right? And they need to be positioned away from.
Yeah, people need to understand each mechanic drops 1.
Yep. So the web drops 1, the rain drops 1, and you need to not be staying stationary for both of those. Even though you're picking up the web immediately, you need to move to drop your rain after that.
And
You can literally be in the same spot, but you need to be, you drop 1-ish, 2-ish feet to the left, drop, right?
Yeah.
You can't be on the exact drop. And it
So
can't
you
be
drop
like
your
close
web.
up where it looks like there's 2, or you can't see 2.
And then you move, and you drop your rain, and then you move right back to where your web's gonna be to pick it up. That way you're not dropping 2 on top of each other.
Get it cracking.
Okay, remember, range is going through this time, melee is staying close.
You drop another, what's it called? Party feast. I think I'll use 1. Everybody eat this one, so it'll be like kind of the rest of the night. Refresh your buff.
Five, 4,
See how far we
3,
can get.
2, 1.
Blue group stacked on Skull. Debate.
Lives are forfeit!
Moving. Blue side start to spread out. Red side, you're dropping webs, and then you're moving and dropping rain. Don't
Celestial
stop.
Conduit
So you're picking
in
up webs, move, drop your rain,
3, 2,
and we're moving. Collect 2 orbs, not 3. And
Invoke
check your
Yulon,
debuff, and you
the
can pick
Jade
up a
Serpent
third.
in A.
Dispel. 3.
Here, blue side should be more towards the door side.
Yep, stack over here.
Dispel.
First on this.
Okay, spread back out on your sides. Drop. And then we're rotating immediately for this. Rotate and grab orbs.
Dispel. Dispel.
Maintain this positioning. We got one more red orb. I got it.
Yeah.
Maintain this position.
Choice.
Blue is going against the door here. Red is going to be towards the center of the room.
Spread out a little bit too.
Rest oral in A.
Coming right here.
Immunities.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Knock stuff in,
Move.
slow it,
Pick up
rotate.
webs.
Moving.
Not yet.
Dispel.
Now we're moving.
Dispel.
I got zucchini.
That's the problem with this. How are we orienting for red drops there?
Should have been the same way.
Yeah, do this. Yeah, we just need to get our like where
Yeah,
we
'cause
are.
he's gonna charge
to
right
the
there.
boss.
See where he's at. He's charged right there for us. So,
So
like, we're gonna just do it the same way.
For that positioning, the boss was standing right here. Blue was against the wall over there, and red should be over here. The 3 web drops should be in the same relative location as they are on the opposite side. So they would be like here, here, and here. And then the Narnia one should be way back like there or something. Just out of the way.
So we okay.
Yeah, that one. I don't mean to. Yeah, I'll just say that for that specific one. When I'm saying like move, I don't mean like a complete movement. That's like the one. That specific one's where we have to like kind of move a little bit, but not like a full like rotation because like the red people start coming on the backside there.
Gotcha.
Stuff. See what I mean? So on that specific one, then we just fit. It happened right there. If I just say move or slow move, careful move, something like that.
Also Gala there, and I didn't see who the other Narnia ones were. After you drop it, you're going to continue rotating in the same direction, so you'll go counterclockwise. There I ran into you because you're coming into us as we were rotating to soak orbs. So after you drop them far, you'll start rotating around to catch up with the rest of the group.
You also don't even have to move out of the swirly, right? You can just stand in it wherever it's being dropped, and then it'll immediately get wasted.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just stand there. You just plant.
Correct, but you'll have to move so that we can actually get that moat. So we can soak that orb and
Well,
get rid
yeah,
of it.
when we gotta rotate, yeah.
I have a really quick question. If Blue's standing on the wall right there, right, and we have to swing to soak
Yeah, that
the
was
center,
that was
okay?
my like careful move call thing. I was just saying.
So my question is, then we have to move again
A little bit.
to the wall because they have to do webs like almost immediately after we soak.
Yeah, because we'll be where
we
like
don't.
he is.
We
so
soak after the webs is the idea, right?
Yeah,
Please, but yeah.
yeah. So you soak after the webs, but what I'm saying is, if Blue is positioned on the wall there,
Mhm.
then we have to swing all the way to the center, and then we have to swing all the way back to the wall again for the web soak.
So think of it,
It's not so much.
it's actually, from that positioning, it's the exact same as the beginning of the fight. Because if you think about it, we're in the same positionings that we are here on pull, and it's the same thing.
Yeah,
So
just
we're
turned a
we're
little.
rotating around, and we're soaking the orbs, and then we're already going to the wall. It's the exact same thing as on pull.
But
So-
isn't there a charge like right after that?
Yeah, but see that charge right there. He went right to that wall. He didn't go like circle or something. He went right over here.
So he went away from us, not towards us.
Well, no, he went to this one.
Yeah, he goes right towards us. It'll be just
So,
like the first
you would-
one.
We'd be doing
I
it
need
without
to
always-
see it.
He
I
always
need to
jumps
see it again.
opposite of the room from where the tall bitch is.
My
I
only
thought I
concern
saw
Yeah,
him
so
in the
he
video.
went there. He went there, donut, and he like headbutted into right here.
my only concern is that it happens
5,
very quickly. So
4,
Yeah, it's
Yep.
it's going to have a lot of movement, but
1.
the concept is still the same. Blue blading on skull. Moving. And pre-spread. Red is dropping.
Celestial Conduit in
picking
A.
up webs and then moving. Move to drop in a different location. And we're rotating.
Rotate. Grab early orbs.
Invoke Yulon, the Jade Serpent in A.
Dispel.
Get a third if you have
Dispel.
two.
3, 2, 1.
Let wed. Oh my gosh, I can't talk.
Dispel.
Wed wabbit.
Wed wabbits. Let the wed webs do their thing.
Dispel. Dispel.
Spread a little bit here.
Talking all day.
Watch this.
Spread. And we are rotating immediately.
Dispel.
Grab 2, and then check your debuff and grab a
Dispel.
3rd.
Dispel. Dispel.
Kind of reposition here.
Blue is against the wall. Red is center of the room.
Dispel.
Kind of spread a little bit.
Rest oral in A.
So you're with your group.
Dispel.
Grip these in here. Just watch this spread.
1.
So frontal.
Don't rotate yet. Wait. Wait.
Let me go. Just let me go.
Go.
Dispel.
Yep.
Dispel.
Rally here, Drib.
Somebody grab this. Somebody grab this map.
Person.
It's gonna be really far for side on
I'm pretty sure you're supposed to be on the one with Zucchini, and Zucchini's supposed to be the far one right there.
Oh, wait, is it inverted?
We're
I thought I
getting
was
like
supposed to
3
be this one.
different things, so I don't know where exactly you want the webs there.
So, yeah, for the baits, I'm not sure what you guys want to do, but you guys know how to like set up, right?
So how?
Yeah,
For that
it's
one?
just where exactly do people want?
How are
Some
the?
people say door,
For the
some
setup
people
or
say
for the
post
baits?
side.
Yeah, look at this. This is the one I'm going off of.
Are you asking for the setup or for the baits? For the webs, for that one.
Are the markers being used for anything specific other than skull? Or not yet?
There should be
We,
web
we
too.
don't even need skull. Skull is.
Okay.
what we're
Can I
stacking, so
commandeer
we're
these
stacking
markers
that.
real quick?
Yeah, take off the skull and.
That's correct, but the side on we're like near the front of the room, not the back of the room.
Green's gotta be there for like the dispel.
Well, there's no other soak there.
Well, I don't know if we'll be getting to the. It'll be a while
Yeah,
before we
but I
need the
just-
dispel. So just, I'm gonna commandeer these just for the purpose of explaining stuff. So, first web drops are, I believe, like that. Is that correct?
Yeah.
They're over here.
Should we? Oh, whoops. Yeah. We do rain first, and then web drops are kind of getting there.
Okay. Who is standing in which position? Who's standing on blue?
I'm blue.
Okay.
Should be blue and Otter and I.
And then.
He's middle. And then center of room, diamond is zucchini.
Okay, so remember those markers? Remember which one you're assigned? If we move to the cringe spot, it'll be this. The exact same thing. If we're moving to this side, it's also the exact same thing. So you should always be on the same side of the room, I guess I should say.
I think you want to drop it where you're gonna set up, kind of.
Shouldn't this be more like horizontal like this, and
That's-
blue standing over here?
Yeah, that's
what I've been
what I
doing as
did.
Zucchini. So technically, me and Otter should be right here.
We've
where I'm going.
always had it to where Otter would be by the outside line, zucchini would be by the inside, this gold line, and I was somewhere in the middle.
Well,
The reason I say that is because the people who are soaking the other ones are kind of making an L with us, so they are vertical and we're horizontal.
Yeah, we should be farther. I'm pretty sure we should be like more around there.
boss would be right here, wouldn't it? But I wouldn't be able to hit.
Okay, so if the boss is right here on red, then the markers should be like this, and the Narnia one should be like there, or something, just out of the way. Does that look correct?
Yeah, but,
but on the other side of X.
I don't know if melee can reach from. Wait, on the other side of X?
Yeah, we should.
Blue is on this side, right?
Blue is standing on this side. We're talking about web marker drops right now. So this right here, square marker, is Otter and somebody else. Whoever, Sidon. And then,
Behind the boss.
yes, we're
Behind.
I see now. Yeah.
Because we're coming in from this way, and it's getting baited on us through the rain, so we can't make it over there. I don't think.
So-
Without flipping.
Zucchini just linked like a raid plane in there. right? And if you guys go to like, it's number 10. It's number 10. You see that the baits right there? That's how they should be.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Where's the door based on that? Okay, so that's the left side.
Like the left side of the boss, and basically what they did is they have, you know, Gala, whoever else in the center with the extra webs. You actually have some of blue go and soak those in the center.
You can tell which side is which because the mines are on the right side.
And the melee and the other people like just swing all the way around the boss close.
In their plan, the very bottom of the page is the door.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bottom's the door.
Look at this. The easy way to tell is there. Books and mines.
So this is
Books and mines
on that. That's not the cringe position. That's the one that we just had,
Correct,
right?
That is this spot right here. Yep.
Yeah. That's the easy position.
In their plan, they're not having the blue on the wall. I don't know if you're seeing that.
Yeah, the blue's like on the right side and the red is on the left
door
side.
side and like boss side.
Yeah. And it would be exact opposite for the cringe position. It would be like it's so blue swings like towards the middle of the room and the red swings towards the wall. And that way it's easier to get your soaks out.
Okay. I guess I just don't understand why it doesn't work to have, for example, if we move to the ideal position, the boss is right here, and we have blue over on this is the whatever star marker, and then the web drops are like this.
Because then we're all pinched in here, and that's also not what any of the kill videos that we're trying to replicate are doing, right? They're doing it side to side.
Okay.
So you
Yeah,
got
it's the
aspirin
movement.
smushed on you.
It has to do with the movement. It's like you have to go way further from star. You basically have to do almost a full 360 because blue should end up on that side of the boss, and red should end up on this side of the boss.
Okay.
The way I'm like self-orienting is like less of like this versus this, and more of like the pie slices, right? We want to be on either side of a pie slice. We don't want to be all in the same slice across the boss from each other.
Okay, so the way I'm understanding it, then what you guys are suggesting is if the boss is on red, when we move to that position, then blue group should be over here. The web drops should be here.
Yes.
And then we rotate from there. And then the Narnia ones are over like here on circle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then on the other side, sorry, go ahead.
You have your ranged, like me, Urag, and Logan would soak.
Right.
the orbs
Prioritize
in the
getting
center.
those ones. Okay.
Yes, whereas melee goes and soaks over here.
Makes sense. And then on
You
the
can see in that raid plan number 11 or number 12, where we are gonna be, is like kind of towards the center of the room, not even standing with the group. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. And then on the opposite side, so planning for the cringe positioning, it's the exact same thing, it's just all shifted over. So here is the boss. The web drops are like this. Blue is standing here, and then the Narnia drops are in the center. It's the exact same thing. So blue is going to be closest to the door. Does that sound correct?
Okay, so blue's always gonna go towards the
Oh
door,
wait, no,
red will always be
no. Sorry, on this one it's opposite. Yeah,
Okay.
because we rotate around and we have to be on that side. So, okay, so it's reversed on the cringe side.
It stays like it stays on the same thing.
It stays on the same perspective as if you're standing in the center of the room and facing towards the wall.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say as well.
Okay.
Just always remember counterclockwise. That's the trick.
And I'll guarantee you that there's people that were just listening to all that and are confused. So, it's cool. We'll get it. We'll try to explain it as we go. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
the right
okay,
side.
So Otter, are you confirmed? Blue square or purple?
5, 4, 3.
So you're always towards the
2,
wall.
1.
Does that sound like what you guys are doing?
Yeah, Otter will always be wall side.
Okay. 8 Scarecrow. And we're moving. Webs are coming now.
Celestial Conduit in A.
And spread for rain. Don't drop them on the web spots.
3, 2.
And we're rotating.
Invoke Yulon, the Jade Serpent in A.
Frontal.
Anybody get that far orb?
Dispel. 1. Dispel.
Get away from webs.
Why are you on that side?
Hmm? Which one?
Why are you on that side?
Oh, because we were dead.
No.
I was already over here. Yeah.
Did a Moogie touch the tank there? Is that what happened?
Yeah, I was too far in.
It's not very far after the second charge break. You guys intermission, right?
Correct.
Yeah, after the second charge, if we're able to stop it, we just hit the boss for like 10 seconds and goes into intermission.
We shouldn't even worry about that right now. We need to get this first dance down.
No, we just need to get the. Like, what's the reverb?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I will have your justice. Your lives are forfeit.
Bait, bait. Scarecrow. Moving.
Dispel.
Celestial Conduit in A.
And pre-spread.
3, 2.
Rotating.
Invoke Yulon, the Jade Serpent in A.
3.
Suck.
Dispel. 2.
Guys,
1. Dispel.
what's your health here?
Dispel. Dispel.
Big buck. Right here a little bit.
Toxic wound.
Rotating. Watch frontal as we go.
Dispel. Dispel.
Okay.
Side blue.
Blue, you should be on this side. You
Rest
should be on
oral
star
in A.
side.
Spread out.
A lot of red on the wrong side. Red, you should be closest to the door.
Dispel.
Frontal.
Dispel. Dispel.
Fill these ads down in here. Personal, if you have it.
And now we rotate. So there was a lot of red that were in the incorrect position. Red, you,
The rag, blue should be on green there to start, and red should be on star. Yeah. And then blue.
Yeah, I think we got it.
I got it backwards.
I think we
Yeah,
got it reversed.
I got it reversed.
Yeah,
Sorry.
So
The other side, it's that way.
So it should have been. This.
Positioning was actually fine there. I think we were good.
Yeah.
I was just calling it wrong. You guys are correct. I was calling it wrong. So it should look like that.
Spooky. That blue is right there, like melee is just trailing behind. 'Cause
Yeah,
we can just...
blue guys need to get the fuck out of Dodge. You guys are like so slow getting over here. I
Can't
had
fucking
to
walk
like
out.
actually
We need
stop.
Well, a lot of us came back, right, because it was being called to go to
Right.
the other side.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about before we move the boss, you guys are trailing behind the boss, but Red's trying to also follow from behind the boss.
Yeah, so
He's
he's cutting us
fucking
off.
different.
Running into you guys.
We need some like
literally as
blue-
soon as he teleports, we can move, right?
Yeah.
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 So the problem, Jim, is what's happening is that blue is like on, like the inner circle, and we have to run like further than red.
That's what we'll just do every time. As soon as that boss teleports, blue needs to take off on the inside and get to him in melee or whatever. Like
Where's
close
the
like
frontal
that.
that happens
The
there?
inside or the outside?
Yeah, I mean,
like-
you guys should be starting here, no?
Around that, yeah.
Well, they're
Kind of.
going that way, and then they're gonna start running that way, which is why they're trailing.
Like when he teleports, we need to get as close to him as melee kind of as possible, right? Like instantly, instead of like following the big bug in.
So yeah, we're
Well,
staying
we
right
need
here.
to we need to follow the big bug in, but we need to be leading the big bug in rather than following it in. But we can't like just run away from the big bug.
Right, like the tanks need to make us chase it, right?
Well,
Like,
there's gonna be a
maybe like not like
frontal
that.
also on you guys there.
I think it's we gotta wait for the frontal to go out. And then
So we're
we
gonna
fucking
rotate after it rains a frontal and then move. You can maybe move while the frontal's happening. Just remember it's happening.
Probably just need
I might scuff it. I think there's like some videos I've seen you bait the frontal, that way the frontal's not in the way, like accidentally in the way.
Yeah, that's the double block immune thing, I think.
3,
Yeah,
2,
blue's trailing red
1.
right there. I think blue just goes through the center and red takes the inner wall.
Lives are forfeit!
Celestial Conduit in A.
3, 2, 1.
Fucking smushed on red.
Invoke Yu'lon, the Jade Serpent in A.
3, dispel. 2, 1, dispel.
Get away from Weber's. Blue, get out of the way.
Dispel.
Oh yeah, we're missing one.
I do not know.
Venomous sting!
We're in bulk.
Donut was dead. That's fine.
Dispel.
So,
Hopeless endeavor.
the way DHs are playing this fight, the pole is they're starting on the opposite side and hunting through so that they get hunt on both bosses. Maybe I was just late, I don't know.
From the videos I've seen, I don't know if it's entirely correct, but I saw like some of the videos, like the red side, like people like stepping into the circle and then dipping like the range. So I don't know if like just being in the circle gives you the debuff or not.
Yeah, I think it's like a very quick cast. It's not I thought it was at the end of the circle, but I don't think it is.
Well, I remember
it's-
seeing
it's
before
not
the
at the end of
circle
the
goes
circle.
off.
Isn't it just you dip in?
The range can start leaving basically like halfway through that circle thing.
Yeah, right. So like, yeah. So if you do it too late, then you might get the debuff by accident.
Memorization of the mechanics, which is what remembers who's actually gonna be in sequence.
Also, it can only give 10, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you 10 get in first and then I hunt after, that's probably what the difference is.
Yeah, just
Somebody
every
can
single
get in.
person needs to be in that circle before you do your hunting.
Just throw a glaive.
I'll just not do it, fuck it, I don't care.
No, start right here. Start right over here. Like, it's something.
Refresh source, please.
5, 4,
More room for those
3,
webs. It's getting a little crowded.
1.
I will have your scars.
Bait, bait.
Your lives are forfeit! Skewer. Struggling is being
Celestial Conduit in A.
3, 2, 1.
Invoke Yu'lon, the Jade Serpent in A.
3, 2, 1.
Get away from the Webbers.
Dispel. Dispel. Dispel.
Bug.
venomous sting.
Red.
Dispel.
Rotating.
Dispel.
Watch frontal here.
Okay, cool.
Dispel.
Get there quick,
Dispel.
one where webs are going through.
Rest oral in A.
Spread.
Oh, Gala.
3, 2, 1. Dispel. 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 Dispel.
We would do webs here, then we would like rotate.
So I believed on this side we were opposite, correct?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we should have. Red should have went.
red should have been on the opposite side where the marks are, and blue should be over here where star is. So I killed Gala. I'm sorry. I was standing in a sea of red and I didn't even notice.
I was running towards the middle to get in
Why,
position.
Yeah,
What
Gala
you can
should
do,
be in
Gala,
the middle there.
you could let all the blue people pass by standing near star at that point if it is that's position, and then you can go middle once they're back in their usual spot.
What do you mean grip?
Because
Like
you don't need to move, you just need to be in middle.
Shrink ring on that. Are you the one doing webs? Or are you playing Knifeless part?
I'm doing the same thing as Gala is doing, which is baiting the shit in the middle.
Yeah,
Use the useless webs. I'm not doing anything else.
Grab the, because the two mages grab the motes in the middle after they're dropped.
I'm not blue.
Yeah. So it's
Red.
Logan and Nightly, and whoever Nightly is.
It'll be.
It would be Drop's taking Nightly spot. I'm taking down spot.
Yeah, it's gonna be Dan, but I've been going in the middle and grabbing those.
Yeah, because there's an arm here and it's French every time.
I'm prioritizing middle red
that's
orbs
by
as well.
design, because the three. So, are you talking about the second drop?
The first drop. The second
Yeah,
one,
so
we don't have everyone on that build.
If you look at the raid plan, what happens is the two warlocks and priest ends up in this middle area, and they're gonna drop red here. And what happens for the blue side is that there's two mages that run over, they can just pick up the orbs. Now, because Logan is the only mage over there, it's kind of cringe for him to pick all that up, because if we do it this way, it avoids those extra orbs all up around the boss, where the melee is like running over like 3 of them at once. It spreads like the because there's a ton of space to play out here. Yeah, but if we only have one mage, so I don't know. Donut, I think you said you were.
Donut and I are.
Yeah,
Rag, I guess, and
because while everybody else on red is rotating across the top, the 3 other range actually rotate this way on that move, and we start getting the orbs that the mage drops, which are also towards the back. That's how that movement is supposed to work.
Just look at the consequence raid plan number 3.
5,
If you are
4,
still confused.
3, 2, 1.
I will have your stuff. Your lives are forfeit.
Celestial Conduit in A.
3, 2, 1.
Invoke Yulon, the Jade Serpent in A.
Dispel. Dispel. 3, 2, 1. Dispel.
Can I get another grip?
Big club. Just spread out.
Blue is moving towards the door. Red is staying on stage side after we moved it. We were doing this rotate and then
Dispel.
going to the ideal position. Blue, move now to door side. Red, you should be on the 3 marks.
Dispel.
Stage side.
Spread out here a little bit.
Rest oral in A.
Mark this.
I'll come back to here. 3,
Knock this one in.
2, 1. Dispel.
Wait. Wait for webs. Now we're rotating.
Dispel.
Oh, Gala, you gotta keep go the other way.
Dispel.
Mm.
Dispel.
So there, Gala, you gotta keep moving clockwise so that we don't cross like that.
What you can do, Gala, because unless you're playing on Silken, what you can do, you can just step back and do this.
Actually, yeah, I'm sorry, because you're right. You'll be too slow to cut past blue. So yeah, you'll just walk the far outside there by the door. That's my bad.
Yeah, it looks like we would go through center and they swing.
Yeah, exactly. So Dona, you're exactly right. Just go through center, and then I'm supposed to go all the way over here, and we'll kind of end it back to where the rest of the.
Yeah,
I just didn't get a chance to move out the way.
I saw you doing that on the first set. I'm taking yours on the first one, Joyous.
Honestly, sorry, go ahead.
I think even if Dan and Knightley are here, I think it still is like one healer and two range to grab them. You don't want them alone out there.
I mean, it's easy just to grab those, and then after they're all taken, if you still have some room to grab some more, you just grab some that are left in melee. They last forever.
Yeah, it's after the nerf phase last a long time. We could just plant.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I will have your stuff. Your lives are
Babe.
Celestial Conduit in A.
3, 2, 1.
Invoke Yulon, the Jade Serpent in A.
Dispel. 3, 2, 1.
Res him. Big bug, big bug. She has full buff when you can.
venomous sting.
Yep. Spread. Rotate.
He's on ideal side, so after we collect these, blue is going towards the door, red is on stage side. The marks are off, I'll just delete them.
Rest Oral in A.
Go right here, blue. Spread.
3, 2, 1.
We're waiting. Wait for webs. Now go. And Gala, you're going back towards the door. You should be going this way now.
Me and somebody else were a little too close.
Otter, we go here and then you beeline over here, right?
No, because we have to keep rotating around each other. Otherwise, I'm gonna like run straight through all the blue people.
Then how the fuck are we moving right there?
We just keep spinning left.
Well, no. I mean, like when we have our web break and then we're about to trip. So I'm supposed to stand here and they're supposed to stand over here, right? Just like we did on the first one.
Yeah. I'm just gonna keep going. Yeah, you just sit. Yeah.
Just making sure. I was like, man, I feel like standing here is a death trap for blue. Like they're gonna run into me or some bullshit.
Stat, you're always on like the blue spot, right?
So the three like reds
The Narnia?
that are like that are doing webs in the center. You guys kind of just hang out by the door, and you don't ever go back to the group. You wait until intermission.
Yeah. Stat, you're always on the blue like side spot, right?
Yeah.
When we're doing stuff. So like when we do that movement right there, what Ragnon's calling like the inside blue move. You mean the big blue movement? Everyone needs to find Sat, get to where we need to be, look at it, and then reposition a little bit. We can't be like kind of spread out. We need to be kind of closer. So that way when we're dropping stuff, we're not like, you mean, we're not all over the place. That way they rotate in and kind of good for them.
You know,
because their red is like bad for us, right? So like if we drop it good for them, it's just us that has to get it. Right there at that part. And then the webs get set up easier because like you guys' stuff's cleared faster.
What's that? What's that side on?
If we do that, we get fucked. But let me see. I was trying to think if I got my goddamn thought. So that frontal, is that cutting you guys off in melee? That one, when we're moving from here to here, there's no frontal that goes that chases you, right? And it cuts you off. Because I'm noticing that we have enough time for you to bait it technically towards the wall, and then just keep fucking running over here. If that makes any sense.
We're supposed to bait it and then take off with it.
Okay, because I'm noticing that we're just getting cut off and melees.
Yeah, so like some
still
people are
walking
moving
back.
early or like positioning themselves like between like where the big boss is and where he's gonna jump, and so it's baiting that frontal that way. But people should be like towards the wall, so it baits the frontal that way, and then we can all move.
5, so just don't move until after the frontal.
3,
Yeah.
2, 1.
Yeah, because that should give you enough time to move over there afterwards. So you just get the boss.
Celestial Conduit in A.
3, 2, 1.
Invoke Yulon, the Jade Serpent in A.
3, dispel 2, 1. Dispel.
Did you die with it?
I fell bladed the boss as the boss jumps away, so I break my fucking thing.
Classic fell blade.
Dispel.
Couldn't hold it. He couldn't contain it. He couldn't contain it.
Dude, it's exactly what happened with the hunt like 2 pulls ago.
That's like a smolder out of maneuver. Or something like
You're
that.
so used to doing that, and then you just
Because there's like no wind up, they just randomly jump away from it.
They're
He doesn't say like jumping away right now. It's literally just like he's like, alright, I'm fucking out. Pew!
Blue groups baits the frontal, right?
Blue group baits beetle funnels.
The other group baits the other frontal.
This frontal's coming from both,
Yes.
Okay.
and it's pointed at the opposite group.
About 4 or 5-ish good tries, I'd say, left. It's definitely a lot of learning and stuff, and there's a groove going for sure. I think we can get a little further than we are. We just need to get that part right. You mean we need to get that second web hit, and it's not like you always said, it's not very long.
We need to try to see like that side's like positioning. We've seen this side, and I think we like a couple times.
Right.
And I think we understand how we do it with that side. We're gonna see it after.
This is the curse side.
Yeah.
It's gonna be this pool now, you jinx.
5, 4, 3,
Should
2,
be out time.
1.
I will have your scalp. Your lives are forfeit.
Right here.
Celestial Conduit in A.
3, 2, 1.
Invoke Yulon, the Jade Serpent in A.
3, 2, 1. Dispel. Dispel.
Toxic
Spread. Rotating.
We're on ideal side.
Dispel. Dispel.
Blue should be towards door.
Dispel.
Red is towards stage.
Dispel.
Rest Oral in A.
Okay.
It's not gonna kill us.
Spread here.
3, 2, dispel.
Gala, you're moving towards the door, dodging around this way.
Dispel. Dispel.
After the webs, yeah.
Dispel. Dispel. Dispel.
Okay, I took 4.
Oh, that's my fault. I'm just done.
Yeah, y'all
the,
guys too.
the rotate wasn't called, so no one moved. We were all just standing around.
Is that a normal
We all
amount
just
of orbs for?
Yeah.
I just went to the middle, started getting my shit.
Is that
So
a
the-
normal amount of red orbs?
Yeah.
Or is that?
No, we're cloaking.
It's like
It
a
looks like a
once we get there and we drop, it's like a 3 or 4 second, and then we move.
So there's for sure always going to be more.
It's gonna be like a fuckload of red.
Red.
Yes.
Yeah.
That second one, where you should be cloaking and turtling.
I'm gonna try and go
not
for it
bubbling.
because I picked up like a melee move, but it's kind of stupid. I wasn't doing anything.
We need to speed it up when we're going towards the middle as well, I think, because we're still just dragging.
We're very far behind. Pace is slow.
Because like we're barely making it there when the charge is gonna go through.
Side, do you see the roar right there? It's like a 132. That's exactly where we need the roar.
At 132?
Yeah, there's a roar at. Are you playing 1 minute roar?
I don't even know, but I don't see myself on a note of any kind.
Here, I'll.
He's running stampeding roar. Huh?
Yeah, he's playing 1 minute.
So, yeah, 132.
That's just after the frontal, right? Going when he
I'll watch for that specific timestamp.
After that web drop happens, we need to fucking book. Like,
Yeah,
we need
is that
to
like the
start
first
spinning.
spot movement?
I'll call it this time for you. Just be ready for it, okay?
It's in my MRT. I don't know why it's not.
I will have your stuff. Your lives are forfeit.
You can probably just even sit on it till. Fred.
Celestial Conduit in A.
Present.
3, 2,
Rotating.
Invoke Yulon, the Jade Serpent in A.
3, dispel 2, 1.
Everybody call your loved ones.
Come here, set.
I'm gonna try to live this. Never mind. You suicided me, bro.
You're not. I'm looking, sir.
Oh,
You're not living.
Press everything and see if
Killed
it works.
somebody. I don't know who I killed.
I think I only killed Sat, but I might have kamikazed like 2 other people.
Am I stressing you out?
They said 132, so I'm just waiting for that.
How are you?
Or you gonna call?
I'm usually. I can't ping anymore.
The first frontal.
I will have your stuff.
Oh!
Why are they mad?
Your lives are
Donuts there.
forfeit.
I was pushing it.
I'll run back.
Bodies break.
Yeah, it's like first set of webs, someone's like always here with red, and I'm like always like right here with blue. I'm not sure if I'm stressing them out.
You guys,
You're good, bro.
You guys get that note, or am I gonna have to?
My node is empty right now.
Okay, yeah. Throw me a assist. I can.
I only see Master Spell, and Boo is on here.
Yeah, that's from Brood, I think.
Well, but there's a note in the thing that has Venomous Rain.
Oh, there it is. It's like underneath.
Yeah, it's like the Brood nukes still there.
There we go.
Yeah,
I see it. I see it.
I don't know if there's any way to fix it, but like some of the red like orb drops are like way up against the wall, and like all the melee kind of like crash in, but like the ranger also grabbing the orb spot like next to the moss, so it's like it's hard for me to grab run out and grab shit while trying to grip shit.
Yeah, range need to be trying to get the further ones. Like you look at where they're at, and then you're like, yeah, I should probably get that one.
Range
I
need
don't
to do
know
like a
if,
wide arc. There's nothing we can really do about that since we're getting
And
almost
even if you end up getting one as a ranged in a melee spot, it needs to be like after you tried to get a ranged one.
It's getting so spread apart because we're getting the web soaks that drop the fire orbs, and then we're getting the rain soaks as well. So
Ones where they're going to be incredibly far down our path.
yeah. Those are gonna
Yeah, I
be
just
fucking
don't know
rough.
if some of them seem like they weren't like they're just like look like maybe it was like a range like trying to play it super safe and like was bringing his like drop way out to the edge. You know what I mean? Because there's like big gaps, so I feel like it probably needs to be more like Razaketh loop drops rather than like just dropping them in a safe spot.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
We need to consolidate our space, make the orbs as dense as possible. You want to overlap the circles, but you don't want to overlap onto people. And we need to move accordingly so we can stay together and keep the fire orbs condensed. Because if not, then yeah, you're going to be moving too much. Also, you're going to get caught, probably.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I will have your scalp. Your lives are forfeit. Viscous detonation.
Celestial Conduit in A.
3, 2, 1. Dispel. Dispel. Dispel.
Get away from Webbers.
Invoke Yulon, the Jade Serpent in A.
Dispel. Dispel. 3, 2, 1.
Spread out a little bit.
Toxic wound.
Rotate.
Dispel.
He's in the cringe location, so blue should be on stage side, red should be on door side. We're opposite right now of where we should be.
Yeah, use a switch. Use a switch right now, you can fail because of it, just so we iron it out. All good.
Wait for
At least
webs.
We ironed out the kink there a little bit, yeah.
I think
Revival in
now
A.
we rotate.
I think we should, is there a reason we can't have blue side beyond the
3.
I know we probably talked about it earlier, but like,
Yeah, it's so that with the rotation, because right now blue rotates the correct direction and they end where they're supposed to. Otherwise, we're going to have to lap it twice.
gotcha, okay, sorry. I know you probably explained that earlier, but...
That's all good.
So what happens there is the exact opposite of what happens on the other side. It's that red guides the group and gets into position, and
Right.
blue follows. So
It just feels like when we're coming from over here, right? So like if we're over here and this is blue and this is red before we move, and we're moving over here, and blue needs to go here and red needs to go here, we're gonna have to literally make it. That's like an X, right? At least in my brain.
No,
So-
red starts on this side. So if you think about the room, this outside thing, think of it like sliding. We're sliding from this position to this position. Red staying on the right the whole slide. And same thing the other direction. Blue stays on this side and slides this way.
I can mark it like this. So on the transition, we'll mark it closer so you can see. That's where we're ending right before we go to the move. If Skyen moves to the ideal spot, then blue moves faster and gets over there. Red is on the stage side.
I get it.
And
I
then-
think what's happening, at least for me, is like I'm standing back here, so it doesn't feel like I'm on this side.
Gotcha.
It's more like I'm on the back.
And then if it's cringe side, then red leads, they're over here, and blue just shuffles over to be on stage side.
The orientation never changes. We're always basically in the same orientation.
Yeah.
Some of the videos I've seen, instead of like X leading or like red group leading that one, I've seen them like go like straight across and then kind of loop around that wall and then go over, and then the blue group kind of just goes in towards the center like this thing and then loops right here. So it's kind of like a big L and then like a small like L. If that makes sense.
It does not. I'm gonna have to see
I could
that.
draw like pictures. I could draw pictures, but
it's
And
like
it's
the
painting
first
real-
time we've
blue
seen
group
it,
would do
so-
like a small little L like this, and then the red group would do a big L along the wall and then kind of loop around.
It's,
5,
you kind of just
4,
described it exactly.
3,
but it's
2,
It's the same thing.
1.
We end up in the same place.
Everybody's going to end up with a slightly different variation of how they understand it. It just takes reps to get it to click for everybody, I think. We'll get it.
How fast can we contain our own? Let's find out.
Celestial Conduit in A.
3, 2, 1. Dispel.
Good.
Dispel.
Invoke Yulon, the Jade Serpent in A.
Dispel. 3, 2,
That's
1.
fucking scary.
He's not even close.
How close I am to losing my shit.
Yeah. This is the map.
Rotate.
Nah, it's gonna touch.
Dispel.
Okay, and now we're going to the cringe spot. Blue should be door side. Or stage side, excuse me. So red, you're on the wrong side there. You need to get around.
Dispel.
That's the one where red leads, blue lags behind, and blue is on stage side.
Dispel.
Here we wait. Wait for webs to drop.
Revival
and then
in
we
A.
rotate.
Dispel. 3, 2, 1.
Blue would end right here on top of a shug, and then we'd have the webs across, and it positionally looks the same as the first charge.
When you say stage side, what does that mean?
It means where the bosses start.
Okay.
So door side is back, stage side.
Yeah, so when we get the cringe on, red need to be ahead. Well, we have no movement speed.
So instead of north, south, east, west, we have stage, door, cringe, ideal.
What the fuck? Wow. I love that. I love the indicators.
That first charge was kind of cursed.
Yeah, do we have any movement there that we could use? We don't need it for when he goes to the good, but we definitely need it for the red.
Wind
there.
rush
Should be
there,
the-
or is it? Or is
Should
it
be
I can
rush
do
or
wind rush
roar, no?
there.
We kind of do need it for the other one.
Yeah, you need one regardless.
Yeah.
Okay.
That should be the roar there,
Just
or the
depends
totem,
on-
or both.
Yeah, both groups struggle being ahead.
Because we should already like, we should be over here as red, like booking the fuck out of it, but it's like really hard to get over there. 'Cause
Yeah,
Blue's kicking
out of habit, a lot of red are just moving just over just a little bit, and then they're having to weave through to try to get to the opposite side. So we just need to make that mental connection that when it's here on the cringe side, the red have to book it straight to the door.
Something that like kind of just made it click in my brain is like, I'm again, I'm sure you literally just said this, but we're not moving across the room in a line. We're literally sweeping across like. Is the idea?
It's like a slide board game. We're sliding around the outside of the room.
Yeah, exactly. We're not cutting through the middle. We're sliding in between each slice.
Oh yeah, that's another one. Yeah, I was looking at what you were saying. The charge was directly on the slice, like it should have been here and here. And it definitely feels a lot easier to differentiate where we should be based off of that.
Yeah.
If
you
you
just give it-
got a timestamp.
Since we died right there, maybe 130 something? 140?
Well, on the VOD, the kill vid, it's 110 that they have it at.
Maybe that's when we should have fucking.
Rain,
We should move
webs,
20 seconds
and,
earlier.
Yeah, it's earlier. It's after that webs.
Keeping it a buck though, our web break. Also the gym chat hero.
I mean, our
I'm not
first
gonna
set of
lie.
web breaks are getting very
that was-
consistent, right?
Demon Hunter doing webs
cursed one.
is actually cursed.
There's a lot of room.
Do you want like an DK?
The next best would be if you swap with Vern. If Vern.
I like the raid plan, kind of like how like I've seen that movement happen. It's like this, like a circle. Like I don't know how to explain it, but it's like lines instead of like crossing paths.
That's an interesting one.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
MS Paint.
I will have your sins. Your lives are forfeit. Struggling is being
Celestial Conduit in A.
3, 2,
Rotate.
Dispel. Dispel.
Invoke Yulon, the Jade Serpent in A.
3, 2, 1.
Red.
venomous sting.
Rotate. Ronald.
Dispel.
It was a double.
Blue to door side.
Spread out a little bit, guys.
Gallon, give you some room in a minute.
Wait for the webs.
Dispel.
Revival in A.
And rotate.
Dispel. 3, 2, 1.
Position you can.
Oh. The bugs are just beating us down on the street.
Melees are just
Are we are people dropping the webs too far so that if a bug spawns on us, we
I even
can't get them?
I even blast waved one of them like into melee too.
Oh, right on behind the boss.
They were all grouped up for a We second, used all and our they just groups, fucking yeah. spread out again.
Yeah.
Now,
It
one
is.
spawned really
It's just
close
when
to
you-
me and would never be gripped. Am I just too far? Because that's probably just what the problem is.
Yeah, one spawned on me and just sat there for the entire time.
Yeah, it also adds on
I
the damage.
get the
ramp
one
to
on
it.
Otter for sure.
Yeah,
all
but
we side right before we rotated and they just run away.
yeah,
You
so
can
like
fade
they're all
it.
grouped up and there's nothing going on there to like stop them. You know what I mean? So they get grouped up for like a second and then they just spread right out.
I'm pretty sure you can feign it because I remember vanishing one in my rotation.
There's a lot of like single stuns we can be using, right?
Or
like once
Bob.
they get gripped, so they don't move.
Right.
Right?
If they're all
Close.
grouped, then I can.
I've been waiting for them to be all grouped up to stun,
Right.
but it's always like 3, and then it's like
But
1
even
away.
like
I'm
Pallies can get a nice hodge. You got Warrior got one.
Be the change you want to see.
I think
Sorry.
DK got a
We-
single one after. Right? You could just like grip stun yours,
I
right?
don't take
Okay,
Stormbolt. I have
Or no.
Shockwave, but I do not take Stormbolt.
Bring a piece to your
Bring a
fellow man.
piece, right? And bring a piece, and then like
sometimes.
people, you can bring a piece, and people kiting. You can like line yourself up so they're just running into it.
Like I can go Colossus to get a
If
maybe
that's your
the
group, it
3
works that way. But
second time for Shockwave.
what's up, Ed?
Hello?
Yeah,
Can I-
I'm both trying to. Yep.
Okay, so we have 3 DKs, 3 Abomination Limbs. We can just spread them out a little bit.
Right.
I'll hold my Abomination Limb for the second. And we have 2 Abomination Limbs running for the first question mark.
Yep. Should be fine, I think.
You should probably,
Yes,
you
two
should probably
Shockwave,
use them on.
That's the
cooldown.
second set of ads, right? That
If you're gonna
We're
get
just
cut.
gonna
second
lose
set of
damage from them, I think.
I don't care about damage right now.
4,
the damage from
3, 2,
Last pull, best pull, boys.
1.
I will have
Just focus on as far as we can get, best we can get.
your lives are forfeit.
Frontal here. And you want to spread out here a little bit.
Viscous detonation.
Spread out.
Celestial Conduit in A.
3, 2,
Rotating. Frontal.
Dispel.
Personal here as he charges.
Invoke Yulon, the Jade Serpent in A.
Dispel. 3, 2, 1.
Big bug and spreading out a little bit. rotating.
Dispel.
Brundle.
Boss is on Crin's side, so red to door, blue to stage. Red, you gotta move. Bernie, you're still on the wrong side. Zucchini, you're on the wrong side.
A pointless struggle is being time.
Revival in A.
A pointless endeavor.
I was thinking,
That's not where you want to be.
aren't Red supposed to move through middle there? We can move through middle there.
It's blue messing it up for sure. Yeah. It's
No.
Blue running through middle.
So blue ended over here, and then in order to get to where we need to, we should have moved straight through this way along the stage. Red ended here, and they should have moved straight this way towards the door.
Okay,
can have
the conundrum is that we keep running into each other, so I'm seeing blue and red right here next to each other.
That's because we have red who are running this way, and then they're not noticing until we're already in position, and then they're trying to weave through the boss.
Real quick before we keep talking about the boss, check the sign-ups, heroic sale, finish the payouts. Really good bounce back this week. Got some pulls on this. I'm undecided on what we're doing. If we come back to farm or if we extend, don't know. Sign over the weekend kind of thing and see. But regardless, it looks to be if we do farm, right? There's like 5 bosses that are kind of free and should be done fast. But like Princess is the one that has to be like, if we're gonna do that, we cannot. It's very important, you know what I mean? Like we know how to get it now, so it's like we can't like do it for 3 hours and fail. That's like not good for this boss for us, right? So it's like, and then there's a flip side of extended. We extend, don't got a Puck Heroic anymore. We'll start the week, do full clear so everyone gets full vault since you won't get Mythic anymore. Get your coins, and if there's any trinkets, upgrades, whatever along the way. So whichever one we end up picking over the weekend, but still got a big learning on this tonight for sure. Learned a lot of stuff, I would say, but this boss and the next boss we have to play like pristine. Like for example, like all this tonight was really good. There's a lot of learning and stuff, but we need to know more when we get back to it next time. Like we need to like be erasing this part, right? Like we've had like 5-6 consistent pools right there where we just keep failing right there at that part. However, we didn't have that as much on that second charge that's about to happen, so make sure you study this over the weekend best you can, look at everything, know what's going on. And yeah, I mean, it just comes down to us like preparing on these 2 bosses correctly and just pulling them good. Like there can, like on Princess, there was just a lot of... You're good. There's just a lot of...
I'm gonna cut it here.
Yes and
Catch you
yes.
later.